Hey guys, it's that time again to tell your ma to keep it down. The boys are on. And please remember to subscribe or you're going to make Toast to cry.
Woo, sticky, blicky.
That's exciting. How's it going, man?
Weird, dude.
I'm excited.
Yeah, dude. It's Super Bowl weekend.
This could be the last time we're seen in public. I might get arrested on Monday. I might show up Ben Stop and try to get booked fully.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this next week, and I was like, this dude's not going to be alive.
I'm not going to make it.
Next week, let's push this up.
Yeah.
Get this in.
I appreciate the flexibility.
Yeah.
It's not always easy.
Yeah.
I know I had a busy day of playing video games and smoking weed to look forward to, so
yeah,
I moved stuff around. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate that. It takes a lot of energy, and we appreciate your accommodation.
Yeah, dude, no problem.
What are your plans for the Super Bowl, dude?
We rented out a space in my apartment building, which is very exciting. And it was way more expensive than we anticipated it to be. And so we asked them how much it was going to be, thinking this is going to be $10 a person, you know what I mean? And then we're like, all right, let's look at moves in the city. And by the time they got back to us, everybody else had already been booked up and we had nothing to do. And they were like, yeah, it's going to be $75 a person. So I'm paying $75 a person to be in my own apartment complex and watch it on a slightly bigger screen than my TV, in my apartment.
That's a flex.
I'm a bad financial decision maker.
That's a flex.
I wish I lived in the nice part that it's actually going to be in, but we live in the outskirt apartments that don't actually count.
You guys aren't like everyone looks down upon you, like you're not really part of the apartment complex.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can go to the gym that they live in, and they stare at us like lower class citizens. It's very funny. I'm around people who are in full Gymshark fits with $300 sneakers.
Yeah.
That look like they're doing spin classes, and I'm in there literally in this outfit, doing hitting the heavy bag with terrible form, and they're like, look at this piece of trash that I live amongst. But I like it. I don't know. I like to give them a little bit of the look at that. This is who's really living in this city.
Yeah.
It's not people driving Range Rovers. It's me who doesn't even have a bike. That's what it is.
There's the upside. There is a lot more of those people in the city. They're around. It's a lot of them.
The Range Rover guys or me?
Yeah, the Range Rover guys.
Yeah, they're sneaky too.
There's a lot of them.
They live in Center City in apartment buildings that I can't even figure out how they built them. It's a level of engineering where I'm like, we shouldn't be that high.
Yeah.
I get anxious around them.
Maybe you should try a cheaper gym. Find more people like you
to build confidence. Is it?
well, the confidence builders plan it, but I was just saying maybe in LA or something. Find some people more your pedigree.
I need more people with holes in their sweatshirts around me. That's me.
Yeah.
And I can't be confident in that setting. You're right. I do need to migrate back to the LA.
You got a real Rocky vibe. You could probably go out on the streets, and maybe work out some homeless people.
True. I would like to build trust in the community like that.
Yeah. Come on, fellas, we're going for a jog.
Yeah, here's $4. Make a video with me.
That would be good to remake Rocky, but you just got a bunch of hired homeless behind you.
Same kids.
The Walking Dead Rocky version.
Yeah, you can't run fast either. You have to keep it at a pretty slow pace for that. That's kind of a win-win situation, yeah. Yeah, you want to see who's really around that area of the city? Bring those guys along. There should be no children around the places that Rocky's running.
No.
It was ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. I would like to do a terrible remake of Rocky as me and just lose the fights hard. Not really train that much, but get actual boxers to fight me. And then they're like, all right, how are we going to fake the punches? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? Hit me in the goddamn face.
Just going there with reckless abandon. Yeah. I would like that, a Rocky remake with a redhead Irish.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's a real Philly story.
Yeah.
A real Philly story is not what Rocky is, where he works hard as fuck his entire life and then finally gets an opportunity. A real Philly story is blind confidence going into boxing. That's what a real Philadelphia, South Philly story is. It's a group of four brothers, how hard could this be?
Yeah. I feel like the Philly story is like more like just some guy is naturally lucky and he just wound up being good at fighting and how he
ended up being,
Mickey's been beating dudes up his whole life, and then like Mickey ends up being world. That's
he's an emaciated 57-year-old.
That's just drunk
looks
Mickey.
80.
I've never met a guy who dedicated his whole life to boxing in Philly and made it.
No, yeah, they always end up. They end up like working at Xfinity Live, which is not a problem, but that is where because they just want to be around the events. You know what I mean? It's honestly honorable.
I don't know if that's true, but it makes perfect sense. Like that's where they are.
You want to be around the arenas, around greatness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if Rocky was really accurate, there would not be videos of them like the montage wouldn't be training like doing actual boxing. It'd be like running after SEPTA trains that you're late for, and like eating cheesesteaks and fighting fans in the parking lot at like sports events, and then getting to the fight. Like that's what it would end up being.
People were shitting on Conor McGregor being in Philly the other day, you know, but I was like watching that video. I was like, that guy blends in pretty nicely, to be honest with you.
Might be the easiest like might be the number one person.
I don't see a problem here. I don't know why I was hating on him. That guy seems like a natural blend.
A loud Irish dude who's willing to fight anybody on site. Yeah, that's us.
I feel like that guy was a perfect blend. I don't know where he was drinking at, but
not enough, and probably not more than the people around him were.
Conor McGregor is kind of like, I love that guy.
Yeah, watch him out.
I don't love him because I approve of anything he does, but God, is he entertaining.
Yeah, he sells tickets.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, they say people are like marketing geniuses. It's like, no, that guy's just willing to make a fool of himself and want us to watch him get beat up a little bit. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's why the Paul brothers are so good. It's not because they're like great at marketing and like figuring out algorithms. They're just the most punchable dudes like, in the world. And so I want to see them fight somebody. Like, who's
is there anyone you'd like to see get knocked out more than Jake Paul or
Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Doc Rivers, probably. Excuse me, Glenn Rivers. Ruined the Sixers for 4 years.
He's ruined every team he's been on.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's kind of incredible. Like, lucked his ass out into one championship.
Like, Doc Rivers is in the Illuminati for sure.
There's something going on.
That guy's been consistently getting head coaching jobs and has wrecked every team he's been on for 20 years.
Never winning. And also always hearkening back to a 2008 championship. It's like, that doesn't work at any other job. You don't have one good day, and then they're like, you can never fuck up.
Yeah, where he goes, he's like, this other guy's the problem, guys. I don't know what happens. Then he goes to the next place, he's like, yo, everything's falling apart, but it's probably this other guy. It goes like 20 years, no one's picked up on it.
Exactly. Wow. It's so funny. Yeah, I think the most hated people in the city, like, other than opposing, like, sports stars, are old Philly, like, head coaches. Like, it's really bad.
Well, people love Andy Reid still around here.
They do, but he was good. I mean, like, bad coaches.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I've heard multiple people be like, if I ever see Chip Kelly.
Yeah, people hate
Yeah, you ran out Deshaun Jackson.
And it's also funny that, like, that Shady and Deshaun Jackson are, like, consistently, like, just shitting on the podcast. You ever watch that, their podcast?
Yeah.
And they just, like, habitually just do nothing but shit on Chip Kelly. So that's not helping his cause either.
Yeah, they're like, fuck this guy.
It is very funny to have your entire team, like, to be like an NFL player and then call up your entire team on a podcast and be like, yo, what do you think of our head coach? And then like 20 players are just like, fuck that loser, dude. That guy's a piece of shit. You're like, that guy's racist. Like, that's such a funny thing to happen.
It takes him 20 minutes to get into why he was bad at a football coaching job. Like, we're like, this guy's fucking fat and racist.
You're like, technically, why was he a bad coach? He's like, he was racist. He's like, well, what else? He's like, he was a piece of shit. He's like, all right, well.
Yeah, we had to run at practice. It was bullshit. That was like the main complaint. They're like, he made us run too much. I'm like, damn, he definitely was saying it. Like, there's no way.
He gave off that vibe.
He gives off the vibe.
He gave off that energy. Like he lets it run.
Anybody who prefers to like coach in college, I think is like that's a red flag going up right away.
Yeah, you prefer that dominance, you know.
You prefer the kids to not have leverage on you. Every NFL player could buy and sell their head coach. Like there's or any stars at least that they really would have to talk to. Like Taylor Dorn's like $200 million.
Yeah.
And Nick Sirianni gets paid like $6 million.
Yeah. Well, that's why like Nick Saban like quit. Because like the NFL players are like making as much money as him, and he's like, "Oh fuck this!" Like,
yeah,
like that. Yeah,
that's funny to like 1 year have your kids being like, "Fuck you, Nick." I just paid $2 million on a fucking what is it on the they all get Canes subscriptions, like Raising Canes to ads. They're all in them. I'm like, dude, Nick does not have that money.
Barstool and Raising Canes.
Exactly, that's what it is. Yeah. And you know it's getting bad because now Nick Saban's doing like Allstate commercials. He's doing one for Airbnb. I'm like, what is this guy become?
He just taking the Kelsey playbook. Right
exactly.
now.
Yeah, that's soft. I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, he's right, dude. The ex-coaches right now are crushing the game. What about Belichick, dude? What are you talking about?
Don't get me started.
Like I'm feeling like less like killing myself when I see Belichick these days. You know what I'm saying? Like life apparently can be good.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah. I mean, he pulled the move that everyone like him tries their hardest to resist. You know what I mean? All any one of those dude wants to do is just start dating a 25-year-old. And they're always like, nah, at least make her like, you know what I mean? They always try to like make it a little more acceptable. But Bill was like, you have 6 Super Bowls, you can go fuck yourself.
It's like, I'm a fucking goat, I can do what I want.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Oh man, yeah, dude. Good for Bill, dude. He's crushing the game.
He kind of is. It's kind of inspiring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
to really not give
think about that. Like, like there's a lot of time before you become Bill, and look what he did.
Exactly. So. I mean, didn't he get like completely shit on in like Cleveland, right? Like I think he was like an OC in Cleveland first, and then he became head coach. He like bounced around the league and nobody wanted him, and he was like, all right, I'm going to win the most championships you possibly can. I'm going to make Tom Brady, who's not that good, look like the greatest of all time.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to quit and then just talk about football on TV once in a while and bang hot shit.
Bang the hottest chick you've ever seen. Yeah. Like hotter than Tom Brady's ever dated. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's like, first off, that dude was slipping. Like, Tom Brady fucked up hard. Like,
oh, yeah.
Dude, what were you doing? That chick was not, all right, I'm going to pay up past that.
Yo, Tom Brady's girlfriend's ugly.
Belichick got an eye, not only for fucking X's and O's, but like hot women, and he's crushing the game. It's really inspiring, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he can spot a potential greatest tight end of all time on a high school football field. And can do the same thing to the cheerleader in 6 years. I'm gonna have her on my roster.
Yeah, he's a scout, and then he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna not work anymore, but I'll just come on and talk about shit once in a while and flex this.
Everyone's gonna, guess who's coming to the red carpet with me?
Did you see that picture on the red carpet? Is like he had his whole handful of Super Bowl rings, and then he just had his girl's handful of Super Bowl rings as well because he couldn't fit any more on it. That was a flex.
That was a big flex.
That's a good flex.
Yeah, to be like, I got so many I can give her some.
Yeah.
She wasn't even alive for these. She's only ever watched this on TV.
Nah, she was like 7 for those, right?
I think so. Yeah. I don't want to besmirch his name like that.
That's I was thinking about like that would be mad funny, but she was 7, so that's respectable.
She probably had a jersey by then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. 2006, whatever.
That's so wild, dude.
Good for her.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's kind of a very shocking thing to do. Like for Bill to like openly flex that. And didn't he wear like? I may be misremembering. Didn't he wear like? Wasn't he wearing like a Patriots cutoff hoodie in that picture on the red carpet?
Oh, no.
Was he wearing a suit?
The only one I was thinking about, he had a suit.
He's wearing a suit?
Yeah.
That would have been an even bigger flex to wear the sideline.
Nah, he needs to stop that.
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy. No, that being Warren when he's taking the walk of awesomeness out that, remember the video of a walk of awesomeness?
Yeah.
It was like coming out the chick's house.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
That's cool.
That, you know? But now I'm happy he's starting to, it's like, dude, we got to get away from that.
We got to get away from this. We got to rebrand.
We got to grow up, you know?
True.
Like the thing is, like, Bill, once in a while, we got to grow up. You know, stop wearing cutoff hoodies and start wearing nice suits.
Start dating a girl who's half your age instead of a quarter.
Finally, dating a respectable woman and wearing suits. Good for you, Bill, for growing up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
It's funny. It is like, I think you either need that or you need like the Dan Campbell, who's just like family man, married to his wife forever, like only cares about football. Like you need one of those two. You can't have it in the middle. You can't have like Lane Kiffin, who's like had a wife cheating. You know what I mean? That spell is spineless to me.
What does Mike Vick spell to you?
A guy who did his time and and served his community the way that he was asked to, and then came back and served it even more so. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hate how there's a negative connotation when, like, people commit a crime and then they make up for it as we expect them to. They serve their time, and then we just still look at him with a side eye. That man did his time. We should look at him even better.
Do you think that he should have done more jail time?
Nah, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm surprised he did any.
That's the thing. It must have been.
I didn't see any pictures, but I'm assuming the pictures probably got in that jail time. I'm surprised he got any, dude.
It is funny because normally they say like, all right, we'll pay us $50 million, and then you don't have to go to jail. But he did. And then I don't know I'm sure you remember, everyone was fired up about him, like, coming back to the Eagles. Like, that was crazy. But I don't think there was a single fan base that would have supported him the way that we did. I think we very personally related to that story.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty young, but I also, like, I don't even know, I didn't have the concept in my head. I was like, dog fighting. I was like, I like dogs, and dog fighting seems pretty cool, And Michael Vick is a renowned player. I got his card when he was in Atlanta, so I'm pretty happy. Yeah. That was my thought as a child. So
that was your thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I don't think that's 100% baseless. Like, obviously what he did was awful, and we disavow for sure. Glad he got.
I was a child.
Yeah, I was a little kid. I remember being like, he got in trouble, and they're like, yeah, he went to jail. And I'm like, well, but he did all of the time, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, is he gonna play? And they're like, oh yeah, he's definitely starting.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, all my cousins who are like, I feel like we all, everybody, and not me personally, everybody has like somebody who's been to jail and got out, and you're like, he did his time. Like, can we move past this? So I think Philadelphia very really was like, I see myself in that. Like, I don't think it's that like far off.
What if it was like toucher stuff?
Can you still throw it 65 yards in the air?
Yeah, like is the first play of the game 65 to Deshaun Jackson against Washington? Because like, I'm asking. I was just asking you.
You're just asking me?
I was just asking you. Oh.
You don't have an opinion on it?
Why don't you go first?
Yeah, why don't you go first? I'll take this one. And when it comes to that stuff, there's gray areas all over we were just singing the praises of who right before this.
Oh, R. Kelly?
Yeah, we were.
Oh. That's not Voldemort. I think we could say his name.
He's doing his time, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, he's giving back to society by doing his time right now, and we have to respect that.
No, we don't. We don't have to respect it at all. We can be upset at him for sure. It is funny to make like the most sexual music possible, and then to be like, these are allegations that are baseless. You know what I mean? Like, his whole shit was about, we are about to have sex right now. That's it. Every song is that. 98% sure I Believe I Can Fly is still part of that. It might have been his only one that he deviated. But it's that his entire catalog is like, let's get freaky right now. And we were shocked when allegations came out. It's crazy.
Dude, no, we weren't. Chappelle told us about it 2 decades before that, and then we were all like,
yeah, like, this guy's he's the best joke writer. What a joke writer.
Like, yeah. That guy's a comedic genius coming up with that out of thin air.
Up, down, up.
And then 20 years went by, and then we're like,
the funny thing is, he was probably being played off to like an R. Kelly feature at that time. Everybody would go up at clubs. Like, that definitely was what was happening. Like, it was hot tracks. Nothing but hot tracks.
Yeah, dude, he was killing it, dude.
I think that the facts are still going to come out.
Yeah, man, there's a real battle I always have in my head, It's like, you got to separate the artist from the artist, or the art from the artist, And then like an artist comes along, like, oh, dang, why?
I don't know if Kanye must have heard people saying that about him because he just dispelled any of those, like any possibility
Dude, I
of that.
respect Kanye, you know, I respect Kanye because he's fearless. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, I don't play by those rules, and I respect anyone who doesn't play by the rules.
Yes,
you know?
yeah, the rules of society. The rules of people being able to confidently listen to your music moving forward. I was saying it because like it came up in our work group chat about like everything that was going on, and like I was definitely a fan of the music for sure. Like, but I even like put my hand up in the group chat of like separating the art from the artist right now with Kanye is like trying to split an atom with your bare fucking hands because it's not happening. People do not want to hear about that anymore.
Yeah, dude. I've always had like battles. I'll be like, yeah, dude. Is biased.
Mm-hmm.
You'll take like a biased stance, you know. Be like R. Kelly's a pedo, and you're like, good, you know, good. That's funny. I believe I Can Fly is a banger, but I don't care.
Yeah.
And then then you hear like the singer of Brand New's been like texting a bunch of kids, and I love that band, you know. And I'm like, you know, probably not that bad, you know. Like that's like you're always like playing a little bias game, you know.
You want them to be innocent because you have some personal connection to them.
Yeah. I'm like R. Kelly's guilty, but I'm like, dude, Jesse's innocent, dude.
This is a witch hunt that's going on.
Trapped. It's entrapment, and that's a crime in itself.
Exactly.
He's a victim here.
Let's take a look at the chat logs.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? I haven't seen the text of you.
That is funny to get that passion over Brand New too. It's like I knew there, but 98% of people are like, who the fuck is he talking about?
They're a band that's no longer around because homie was a victim.
They were worried that he was going to change music, so they took him out.
Oh yeah. They were about to change the world.
They were trying to change the world.
He was taken down.
Yup.
In a victimization. We'll move past that.
They were hardcore was about to become mainstream.
They were crushing the game.
It was about to be everywhere.
And then they were taken down. Another great man taken down.
By you know who.
By you know who.
I'm going to let you fill that in. We didn't say anything.
We're just the news here.
Exactly. We're just reporting the news on the Sticky Room podcast. It got sticky about 15 minutes in. It got pretty fast. No, because obviously we're both like very ingrained in the comedy scene. Like we see a lot of that, and we know the dynamics. But I was talking to my buddy, who does tattoos, and he's also in like the hardcore scene. Like he's like really involved in that, knows a lot of people in it. And I was like, are people real like petty to each other the way it gets in comedy? Like it gets real catty, you know what I mean? People like there's like one-sided beefs all over the place. People get weird. And he's like, no, it's not really like that. But what does happen is that like crowds of bands that have beef will like go to other bands' shows and fight them in the crowd. I was like, oh, dude, I thought hardcore was like lame. These people are really about it. Like, they're actually fighting in the scene. That's nuts.
Fuck comedy, dude. Let's go into hardcore, dude.
Let's start a band, yeah.
Bro, I can scream. Let's go.
I'd be down.
Yeah, dude. He's like, making people laugh is cool, but like making armies fight people. That seems way cool, dude.
You know what's cooler than fans? Vassals.
Yeah. You know what's cooler than fans? An army.
An army, yeah. 18 people in skinny jeans attending a different show.
Yeah.
Doubling the crowd at the hardcore show. And that's just a lighthearted joke, dude. I respect the scene, obviously.
Nah, dude, I'm envisioning like a future where we can have like aisles of armies set up in front of us, big banners behind us. Like go fight them.
Walls of Death.
Yeah.
At our hardcore show.
Yeah.
Just two bands fans that have nothing to do with us, providing neutral locations.
Start putting out like extras. Are the bands sending them there?
I don't know if it's that. I didn't really get into the dynamics. I can't imagine they're like they've got like maps of the city in their apartments. They're like, we're attacking the boundary. Like I can't imagine that it's like that level, but I assume that they're like they know what's up. Like I think you have to.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to start a hardcore band specifically to host shows that other fandoms fight at. Yeah. That'd be nice. Yeah. Like we just like these two, you guys have beef, come to our show. You don't have to support the other person by buying their ticket. Like, and then we film and post them.
The episode that just came out this week, he's a hardcore singer. He's a metal singer, right? and now I'm about to like try and go to one of his shows, and it's like riots, dude.
Yeah, it seems sick.
Yeah.
Well, comedian John Bryce, shout out. He was telling us about the Albany scene, and that was like apparently real wild as well. Like it's not just a Philly hardcore thing; it's like everywhere. It's just always high energy. Which it's like hardcore music is like probably the highest energy music you can listen to. Like it's for real fight people music on a certain level, and like. I mean, I know more about it than that. I don't mean to like diminish it, but like if there's any show that I'd expect to see it at, it's like that is a different energy at those gigs because they are crazy. Like there's nothing like it.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been in a bunch of mosh pits and stuff. I'm not a fan of like the new like arm swinging moshes, you know. Yeah. I like the old circular stuff, but things evolve.
These people don't know how to fucking hit each other anymore.
Yeah, dude. I like when people used to fight, not do like the now it's like helicopter twirling, you know. It's like wild. And I'm not a fan of that.
It can't be fun. It has to hurt you. And also, yeah, it's like it's just specifically to fight other people. Like it doesn't seem like any of the energy is being pointed towards the band at all. It seems like it's just at each other.
I went to a concert with a couple buddies one time, and our one friend, he was wearing a white shirt, and he was like, he just likes moshing. That was his thing, and he made a circle opened up, and he made a point just to stand there like super hard, like a whole dork. But he just stood there super hard, and for an hour just stood in the center of the mosh and just like but he had blood all over.
Just took hits.
Yeah, he was just crushing the game for an hour. That was his whole thing. He just stood there until the band went off, and I was like, "Did you have fun, dude?" You know?
Yeah.
Like that's some people's thing, dude. Like that's some people's thing. It's not my thing, but
that's just the idea of the band itself seeing that guy and be like, "Yo, there's a fucking psychopath in the crowd right now. This guy's gonna kill us after this show." There's a guy who's displaying to us that he doesn't take damage in the middle of our crowd right now.
It was at the Tower Theater, and it was a Rise Against show.
Oh, it was.
The band that sings "Swing the Life Away."
I know it, dude. Guitar Hero 3. Don't fucking play with me. You thought I was like one of these other guys.
Oh man, it's funny. Yeah, it was a bad show to mosh at.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like it's not quite as...
It's not even a mosh. I don't even know why there was a mosh there. I don't even know why we were there. I don't even listen to that band.
I would have accidentally gone there thinking it would have been a bunch of Guitar Hero 3 fans. One of their songs. And I would have gotten my ass beat in there. That's no fun.
Yeah. No disrespect to Rise Against or whatever.
No, fuck Rise Against.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really like them at all. I don't even know why we were there, but whatever. Good times.
For this guy to absolutely dominate, that's why you were there.
Yeah, dude, I've been to so many concerts. I don't even like the band. I've just been to concerts because remember, concerts used to be cheap as shit. You know? So you could just roll up to 100 concerts a summer. Now it's like go Taylor Swift and then you
$700
sleep in a box
for a woman. No,
for a woman.
And that's a joke. But yeah, I mean, definitely. Like I grew up going to BB&T, the summer shows, like. On the pavilion, and it'd be like $20 to get in, and then I looked at a couple shows like the Billy String shows, like $100 to get in. It's like, damn, I'm outside. Like, I'm standing the entire time. Like I'm not paying that. But then again, some of the best shows I've ever been to have been there. Like it was so much cheaper. You're right. I don't know what happened. Dude, they're about to plummet with T2. Your concert's gonna be free again, dude. It's gonna be sick.
Dude, concerts suck now, dude.
What are you talking about?
All concerts suck now. Like
all of them?
Well, I mean, not the ones I go to.
I go to cool shit. Yeah,
I go to the cool shit. All the ones you go to. So, nah, I'm just like I don't even like going to like concerts anymore. It seems like all the venues like do you ever go to like a rock show? Like I feel like in the past decade they took like a lot of like floor shows out and they'll put like seating. For like a heavy show or like a rap show or a rock show, like at Wells Fargo, but then they're seating there. It's like I don't want to be seated for a rock show. I just paid all this money to sit 20 rows in, but now I'm like seated.
You can't move around. There's a chair
for a rock show.
Yeah, and also you fit like half the people you can.
Yeah,
in with the seats.
It's dumb. You know, that would like shows suck now. Like I feel like like. It used to be the Electric Factory. Now the Electric Factory has seats.
Does it really?
What is it called now? The Franklin something? Whatever?
Music Hall. Yeah,
they put seats in and shit for their shows now.
Yeah, I almost died at a Front Bottoms concert there in like 2016, and that was incredible. If there were seats there, I would have left like 3 songs in. That's not stand in one place. It's
back
ridiculous.
Back when it was the Electric Factory, people almost died every night.
And that's what made it great.
And then they're like, we can't do this now.
Yes.
And then they're like, let's make it the Franklin.
What's
and now
fun
no
about having no risk?
Dude, people used to jump off that balcony every show.
Yeah.
Every show.
Yeah, now it's woke, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, that was like, yeah, you definitely need that. Like, it does depend. You really have to pick your spots. Like, I went to see, a couple of years ago, I went to see Iron Maiden at Wells Fargo. And that was pre-pandemic, no seats on the floor whatsoever. I went with my dad, my brother, and like one of my best friends, Ed. And it was a set list of everything that we do. We kept it a surprise. So like we love Iron Maiden. So like that's like one of our favorite bands. So we kept it a surprise. So every song that they played was like a surprise. Like I didn't know it was coming. And it pumps you up like beyond belief. We got like 10 rows from the stage. My brother caught a drumstick that the drummer threw at the end, like caught it. Another guy caught it at the same time. They played rock, paper, scissors. My brother won. The guy let it go. He was like, oh, you know what I mean? It was like just a beautiful, like the best concert I've ever been to. And then like a year after, I went to see Tool with my friend, same friend, Ed, for free. I was like, I'm leaving. I was there for maybe 2 songs. And I was like, I can't do this, dude. This is ridiculous. Like it's wild to have like the best experience in that building and then probably the worst like concert experience I've ever seen.
I've seen Tool like a dozen times.
Are you a big fan?
Yeah, I have a signed Pussifer. I've signed Perfect Circle. I got signed.
Damn, dude, we beef now.
Yeah, dude.
This was going good, and then I was like, yo, fuck your favorite.
Yeah, dude. So, nah, dude, that's fine. No, yeah, that's cool, dude.
Well, I liked Tool, but the fans didn't appreciate me.
The fans didn't appreciate.
They got mad at me. Yeah.
Dude, Tool fans suck, dude.
I saw it firsthand.
They suck so bad. I'm one of them. I love that band since I was like 13 years old, and they're like lame-os. Like it's rough. It's not like their concerts are like you need to go there and like eat hallucinogens and like be peaceful and like and get entranced. You can't go there and be like, I'm a party hard.
Yeah, it's not a party crowd. It's a sit down crowd.
I can't go there and punch people and take videos that friend get kicked out.
I didn't mind that, but it did not add to it. Yeah. Like the fact that you couldn't take a video at all.
Yeah, dude. I watched my friend get kicked out the first 20 seconds of a Perfect Circle concert up in Reading.
That's crazy.
For taking a video like 20 seconds in.
That's insane.
And I was like, you can wait outside.
But he knew the rules, didn't he?
No, they make it well known.
They tell you.
He knew the rules. Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
They make it known, so.
Yeah, this guy's not serious.
Nah, that's cool. What, Iron Maiden? That's rad.
It's the best band of all time.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those that like it's one of those bands that, so there's like bands that people know one song for, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you like some bands where people are like, oh, I like the one song by them. Like, one of my favorite bands, Portugal Glue Man, like, Feel It Still's the one song everyone knows. And like, I can get behind that.
Macy
like,
Gray, I try.
Yes. Yeah, literally. So like, is that were you joking? I don't know anything about Macy Gray. Yeah. So like it can, like I can appreciate people coming to a concert for that. But Iron Maiden growing up, the only reason people knew Iron Maiden was because of that song Teenage Dirtbag. So that's the only point of reference that any of my friends had for my favorite band by far. I was like, just listen to it. They're like, nah, bro, that song sucks. And this band definitely blows even harder.
That song does suck. I hate that song, dude. I can't stand that song.
How do you think I feel? Dude, it insults me the entire time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this band likes that band, and that band's lame, dude. For sure.
Also, the lame band that wrote the bad song, they're making fun of a guy in that song. They're shitting on someone else.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, Iron Maiden does suck, I guess, then. Says, I guess so. What was that band? What the fuck was that band who sings Teenage
Dirtbag by who knows? It doesn't matter. Let's not give them the power to say their name.
Like Voldemort.
Let's leave it. That's Voldemort, yeah. R. Kelly, we'll let that bitch fly.
That's driving me crazy. I can't think of it. Anyways, I got tickets to Iron Maiden.
Yeah, he sounds like a bitch when he sings it too.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, that sounds actually like a really good deal. I would love to go with you. So if someone gave me that proposition.
Iron Maiden. Does Iron Maiden still play music?
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
So on this past year, Nadosic was there.
Who?
Mike Nadosic. Dose the Flare. Shout out. I'll give him a tag. But yeah, he was there. And the lead singer like that started the band just passed away. And they've had a new one recently. And I was there with my dad and my brother. We had to get up there. We had to get up like 8 a.m. the next day to run the show. And I saw him and he's like, you guys doing beers after the show? And I was like, no, we got to get up tomorrow. He's like, it's not the way to honor that man's legacy. He's spinning in his grave right now. I was like, that's a good point, actually.
So, like, Iron Man is like a bonding experience for you and your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my mom. She's not allowed to come to the shows.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It's like fishing.
It's just the guys. Yeah.
It's a boys thing.
It's just for the boys.
Yeah. Just for the boys. That's cute, dude.
It's very nice.
I like that. That's very wholesome.
It is. Those concerts was the big thing growing up. Like, my dad brought me to concerts, and then my brother, once he got old enough, like, those were the best. Like, we saw Rush when I was like 10.
That was a hippie.
That was crazy.
Is your dad like a hippie dude?
Yeah, but he hides it. He doesn't want people to know.
Yeah.
He was like in a band in college, like he was in a frat in college, like he saw the Grateful Dead a bunch of times in the 90s. He like really did live a hippie like lifestyle without the clothes and the not shower, and like he like kept it together, and he like refuses to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be wrecked as a hippie nowadays.
Well, now it's cool.
Being a hippie's cool now?
Yeah, dude, you go to Buffalo Exchange, like shit like that. You buy coffee for $10. Like that's what it's all about. Like that vibe has been overtaken by yuppies for sure.
I will not accept the social norm that hippies are now cool, if that is a thing.
Brother, it's not up to you.
No, I'm just saying I'm not accepting that.
Well, you know, you've seen those guys in like corduroy pants and Birkenstocks.
I mean, I wear corduroy pants.
But do you wear Birkenstocks?
No.
I was about to say, I got bad news for you, brother.
All right. Nah.
What is it? I think it might be a microcosm of living in like around Fishtown. Like that's all I see.
Well, they congregate there.
They do.
They congregate. Wherever they kick the blacks out of, the hippies just show
slide
up.
in. I was about to say, dude, Roxborough's next. Just so you know.
Yeah,
you stay here 2 more years, this shit is gonna change.
Yeah, dude.
I was walking up, it rules over there. It was fun getting on what's that? Whatever the main street. It was like walking up, there's a Boost Mobile, and that fired me up. I was like, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Yeah, this is still the neighborhood. Boost Mobile, let's go. There's a Boost Mobile, and then what was the restaurant that I saw? There was another one. It was like very similar. I was like, it was like the same vibe in my head as a Boost Mobile. It like made sense that it was down the street.
Chicken shop?
The chicken shop, yeah. Like this street is cool. You guys have everything.
A little of everything here.
Yeah. $12 coffee, $6 fried chicken, a haircut for $10, a haircut for $50. Like those are the stores that I like.
Dude, there's the $12 coffee, the $6 coffee, and then the $2 coffee all in one block.
That's beautiful. That's what you need. That's what you want, depending on what kind of day you're having.
Yeah,
that's sick.
It's like, how many quarters do I have right now? All right.
Then on a good week, you're like, I'm going to the $6. I'm using bills for this one.
I guess you 6-leg parlay just hit.
Yeah. I'm getting meat at the grocery store this week.
Fuck ramen to this. Yeah, dude, that's cool.
No, I like Roxborough. I was saying how much it reminds me of like where my parents grew up, which is like nice.
Yeah,
like those types of neighborhoods are going away.
Yeah, Roxborough is a dying breed of a neighborhood. Yeah, it's nice family oriented. Yeah, we had a shooting up there last year. I forgot about that. But aside from that,
yeah, the third thing that you mentioned about the city,
I was like, "What's negative about it?" Oh, the school had a shooting last year.
Yeah, that does tend to have.
That's 2 blocks up the road. But aside from that,
here's the thing: that'll keep this neighborhood from becoming Fishtown. That's what you need.
Dude, oh, that's a good strat.
Sprinkle it in.
Good strat. Once every couple of years, sprinkle one in.
And the whites is the old Chappelle joke. They're looking over like, not yet, soon. That's funny. Well, it's like it's rare to see neighborhoods that like don't just have chain restaurants. Like that's all some of the neighborhoods are. Like it's just chain restaurants. Like especially neighborhoods like this. Like you like to see some local businesses. Like
well, yeah, but also like I feel like the yuppie neighborhoods have a lot of like the independent weird.
True.
Like you know, like their name, like it'll have like a color and then an animal, and that's the name of the restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, and it's always like they either last 6 weeks or the rest of your life. Yeah. there's 2 options.
Yeah,
either they're
like,
failing immediately or an institution.
Yeah, like the more yuppie the neighborhood, like the Blue Rabbit coffee shop will pop up. You know,
and like why did we do this?
Yeah, and then like the Black Bison steak shop or steakhouse. Yeah,
and everything. Yeah, the burger shop or everything's $27. I'm like, aren't you guys supposed to be like community focused? Yeah. Why am I taking out another rent payment to pay for your lunch at this spot? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's always like $12 ice cream shops in Fishtown. Oh, you're in Northern Liberty.
I mean, it's even worse.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, man?
Hopefully move.
Just have a shooting.
Yeah, good call. Well, my buddy was buying a house, like around the corner, like a couple of streets over, and I was like, bro, I can go cause some ruckus if you want the price to go down. That's not a bad strategy. Like, break a window.
3 Molotovs in a week.
Just no, you don't want to ruin the house, but
I'm in the street
on a car. Yeah. Burn a Civic.
Yeah, they got insurance. Well, it depends.
You're right. It's a victimless crime.
It's a victimless crime, dude. Luigi saw it that way.
It's like,
Luigi would support this plan, I think.
There's my student goes to this school on the back. Fuck, they're on the car.
I would think.
No, I wanted double income, no kids.
Yeah, these school taxes are too much.
They're too damn high.
Yeah.
It would be nice to I wonder how much you could knock off the price of a house, like for your boy, as long as you got away with it.
Oh, a lot.
I think so.
To murder someone in the yard, the price is dropping.
Yeah, true. That's a good call.
like people generally the Amityville Horror House generally. Well, that one's famous, but
here's the thing is what happens is you have to be careful because if you murder too many people, it becomes haunted, and then the price skyrockets.
Yeah, that's so they're gonna make a movie about it. Now you're paying a shit ton.
You got to make sure to look out for documentary crews. Like once those start to come around, you got to chill. Like the block's too hot. This is going to become you're going to get a true crime on it. That's not what you want.
Yeah, we can't have that. Too many of those haunted house true crime shows.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, taking over.
Listen, dude, you're the one who wanted to smoke weed before this. If I'm not making any sense, that's not my problem.
All right. No, I like this train as well. We're lowering taxes by sprinkling in a school shooting every 2 years, and we can lower.
Not me personally. I'm saying it's an effective thing. It's not. I'm not advocating for it.
No, yeah, I'm not saying you're advocating for it. I'm just saying it was your idea.
Yeah, there you go.
And then lowering property rates by just having a simple murder.
True.
Like a homeless guy would do. It doesn't have to be someone of value.
True. It also doesn't have to be that well thought out. Yeah. You want people to see the evidence.
Yeah, you don't want it to be attached to you in any way, really.
Of course.
Just a stranger.
Yeah, you don't want it. You don't want no witnesses.
Yeah.
You want a couple to be it was in front of that house.
Yeah. Just a lady of the night off the avenue.
Exactly.
Yeah. No one will miss her.
This is getting darker. Darker. I'm joking around. I'm having fun. I was thinking about it, dude. You're dressed like you're ready to play.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm absolutely ready to play.
You look like you're ready to go.
Good transition.
You look like you're ready to play. We got to get back to the bowl. We have to keep our eye on the bowl. We're losing sight of it. This is exactly what the Chiefs want.
Goddamn dirty refs and dirty Chiefs.
Exactly right. What would you do? Where are you playing on the field if they call you in? Did you play ball?
Football, not a lot of it. I did a lot of baseball, soccer. I did a season of football.
You know what a field feels like under your feet, though.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
I did a season of football. Got mono in the middle of it, so missed the whole thing.
That'll take you out, yeah.
Yeah. It was all right. It was a flex in middle school when you're flexing mono, I got it like that.
Dude, it was. My friend had walking pneumonia in grade school, and she was out for 3 months, and she was fine, so we all got jealous afterwards. She ended up being okay. We're thank God you pulled through, but goddamn, that must have been nice.
Mono's the best one.
Yeah.
Mono's the freebie every kid should try and get. If you hear your friend has mono, child, please go up to him and kiss them. Because it's the best disease to get. You just go to sleep for a month.
Is that it? Yeah, you just get to chill.
You're tired for a month, and then you just wake up, watch some cartoons, get back to sleep. That's all it is. Really nothing bad.
You're catching you're catching the noon block.
Yeah, it's just you're very tired. It's like AIDS. I've been told.
Feels just the same. You wouldn't even believe it. I thought I had damn mono again. Turns out. No, I always got jealous of that though. I never got sick when I was a kid, so a sick day was I begged for one growing up. Maybe I'm thankful for my health, obviously, but I was just one Tuesday I'd like to miss. I had perfect attendance in grade school.
Oh, really?
And not because I wanted it. It's because my mom would be you have to go try to go to school. I can't stay home.
You never faked it?
I tried. My mom was too. I couldn't outsmart my mother. She's too smart of a woman.
I would be like the night before, like I don't feel well. Get some chicken soup, you know?
Yeah.
And then I would stash some of it, right? And then in the morning I'll throw it into the toilet like I threw up, you know?
Wow.
And be like, and then when the mom comes in, like I just threw up a chicken soup, you know?
That's genius.
Yeah, well, I'm a genius.
I didn't need school. If you can find out a way to get out of school at that young, you're smarter than what they're teaching you there, for sure. Like if you can outsmart a grown up, like you should get a day off. I think.
Yeah, once you discovered like, how to like manipulate thermometers, it's a wrap, dude.
Once you learn, that's a good call. I think I tried that once, and my mom was like, "You clearly just chewed this up and spat this in here. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your crackers? Like, I just saw you eat. Like, I don't feel good." The problem was I was like 15 when I tried it. Way too old. No, that's genius though. You had that all planned out.
Yeah, I did a lot of things to get out of school.
Get out of school, yeah.
Yeah, I had things to do.
You had stuff to get into.
Yeah, I had television to watch.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's like, I remember in high school, like in like middle school, finally getting my mom to agree to like a mental health day. If we just take one day off of school, I'm like, Mom, I never get sick. I never get to miss school. This shit's too hard. So let me miss once. And finally she was like, all right, I got you. And those days fly by. I like looked up and it was 2 p.m. and I was like, what the fuck did I even do this? Like, I didn't do anything with this entire day that I've been looking forward to so much. Like, it felt like a waste.
Yeah, like how like you were like, I'm not gonna do like I'm sick approach. You're like, I'm gonna be a pansy. He's like, we really need a mental health day. And she's like, yeah, cosign.
Whatever.
Like if this is where we're gonna stoop
fine.
To, you need a mental health day.
Yeah, she didn't feel bad. She was like, if this will shut him up.
That's funny, dude. Flex that everywhere. If your mom starts going with mental health day, I'll start using that everywhere. Like, you ever try that in school?
Now you can do it at your job. Like,
I think that's starting to like fade out. But yeah,
you could like during COVID, you could be like, I'm just too stressed out. They'd be like, don't come in. And then just this past like winter, my job laid off a bunch of people who were only going in like 2 days instead of 3. I was like, these people were good at their jobs and they're getting canned for that. I was like, it's a different era now.
I do enjoy that COVID is still like an excuse to get out of work.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you can still do it to this day. Like right now, you can call your boss, be like, I got COVID, and then like you're good for a week.
It's like a secret code. Being like, I don't feel like coming.
I feel like most bosses, if you call them now, they're like, I got COVID. Like 90% of them just don't believe you. They know it's.
And you're like, I can send you a test that I faked to prove it. See, now we're faking like positive tests. They're not going to work when we used to be faking negative ones. So like fly.
That's a thing, yeah. That's a good way.
Yeah, remember we almost got trapped in France when I was in college because we studied abroad in France, and COVID was like really surging. It was like 2021, and so we all were like, we were all like, we all were there and like testing for COVID for like 5 days before we were supposed to leave because we were like, we're leaving, we got to get on this plane. And then the last night, the one French dude that we like met, who was at the university that we were studying at, was like, yo, all of my friends are going to this bar. Like, you guys got to come. They want to meet the Americans. So naturally, every single one of us was out until like 2 a.m. the night before. And we were all taking tests, like praying to every god we could think of like, please let me out of this country. Like, just don't let it be positive right now. Like, I'll be sick when I get home. I don't care. But like, I need this test to get out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in France during that time, dude.
They were all jerks.
Yeah, dude. France looks atrocious nowadays, huh? I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
With the border.
France looks like Northern Liberty. France looks like where you live.
I mean, it was full of people who were wearing clothes that were 3 times as much as like anything I've ever bought. And then also we're being jerks about it. Like, no, like they would look at us funny because they knew we were Americans. I was like, you would be speaking German if it wasn't for us. You understand? Like, we are the only reason this is still here. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Remember if you guys like persecuted Napoleon and then just fell apart in every war after that?
Yeah, you guys remember surrendering every time?
You guys remember shitting on the only cool dude you ever had and just becoming pussies forever? You don't recall that?
Yeah, they're very quick with the revolution, not so much to build up an army afterwards. It can be tough for that. But yeah, it was like, I remember getting like multiple times waiters came over and they're like, you guys are being too loud. I'm like, I'm sorry, we're speaking the dominant language of the world. That's my bad. We'll quiet it down, guy.
Yeah, well, it's like, I can't learn France. Learn France. I can't learn France for you guys. This is how men dude. Sound. This is how men speak.
We got double cheeseburgers back home. I'm not taking any shit from you crepe eating fucks.
Oh, what are you gargling over here, dude? Yeah. I'm speaking men language.
You guys eat snails. Those are bugs. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, yeah. You ever have frog legs?
I had them there and I was like, this is not worth the hype.
I like frog legs. I mean, like, I'm not going on my way for them, but they're tasty.
You're not going to France for them?
I won't go to France for them, no. No.
Yeah, we did look like awful tourists. I almost said a different word. We look like awful tourists because, like, I almost said terrorists. But I mean, to them, they probably equated it. But like, we went into this like tiny French bistro, 25 American kids, and all we ordered were snails and frog legs. We ordered like 10 orders of each, and they were probably like, these motherfuckers. we did literally the biggest tourist thing you can do of like, yeah, let's go get snails and fucking frog legs, and just ruin this poor woman's afternoon. She was like solo running this restaurant for probably 150 years.
That's what
we were the worst table they've ever had.
That's her job. Okay. Like, get me my frog legs, lady.
Shut up.
All right, I want my escargot and frog
Bring
legs.
us water, baby.
Yeah, extra butter, dude.
Have you ever been Mr. Worldwide? Have you ever been Nagel Worldwide?
No, dude.
No?
No.
You say you're good here?
Yeah. I can't travel. I'm a felon.
Yeah, my bad, brother.
One day.
I don't know, dude. Trump might be your savior.
No, actually, I probably can get approved now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I couldn't for a long time. I was in trouble for most of my life.
It sounds like it, dude. You're getting out of school at like 8. That's the kid who's got plans. You know what I mean?
That is true, dude. Looking back, it's like looking back now, it seems so visible. Like, why didn't my parents see it?
Yeah, well, how could you not anticipate this?
What were those idiots seeing? Like,
yeah, you needed school, bro.
No, dude. I started probation when I was like 14.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And I was on that for like 15 years, dude.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's like. You're doing good.
Yeah.
You're crushing it.
By the time I got off of it, I had been completely sober for 5 years and 4 years and owned a sober house.
Yeah.
Like an LLC.
True.
And like I was still on probation.
They're still like, we still gotta watch this motherfucker. You never know.
Yeah, dude. Like I was doing good for years.
Finally, they're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. So that's how that went, though. Well, one day maybe. But right now, dude, there's nowhere better than America.
Good call. No more schools, dude. We're going right to just have your parents tell you what's up. And public education gone. Who needs it? Dude, obviously not working.
Where am I gonna go? France, dude?
Yeah.
Am I gonna learn France?
What am I gonna break my leg and get seen for it? Fuck that. I'm dying.
Yeah, dude.
I love paying $8,000 to get my finger worked on at a hospital.
Listen, dude, I broke my knuckle one time and I left it that way.
Yeah, fuck you.
It stayed that way.
It looks more effective now than it would have been.
Yeah, now it's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good call. Yeah, it is funny that Americans have like deep down we still have but we're better than you guys. Like no matter how shit our country does get, like no matter how wild it gets, you know what I mean? Like love him or hate him, this has been a wild month. Like by any stretch of the imagination, like planes are falling out of the sky. So like the idea that like we could see the federal government be dismantled, and then someone from France could be like losers, and we're like, we'll come over there. You understand? Like we have like such a like ingrained, you know what I mean?
It's like part of the gang. He's like, yeah, have you seen our military, homie? Like, he's like, that's me.
You want to know what's not going away? That. You arrest me by accident, they're on their way. Like pretty unequivocally.
That's me, dude.
Yeah, that's me, dog. That's a direct reflection of me.
I am them.
I'm them. I could be on the team right now if I wanted to.
Yeah. They just represent me.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's the most extreme version of of the Eagles. I watch the Eagles and I'm like, that is me out there. Like my reputation is on the line.
Yeah, everyone knows that's really me.
Of course.
Yeah.
All my friends know that while we're watching it, I should be out there.
Yeah. Have you ever seen AJ Brown? We're identical in every way.
We have the same routine.
That is me.
That is me. Yeah, I read that book. I mean, I don't read
this right now. Same thing.
It is funny because it's like a sense of tribalism that's so localized. You know what I mean? Like we can go to the arena and see our people, like our champions, and then we send them out to battle in foreign lands.
I do enjoy football season in Philly because when it's not football season, like I can wear like a Eagles attire at night, but like there's an off chance I'm gonna get stabbed. More so, I feel like it. Like I feel like I'm walking back out in Chinatown, and I was like, I'm in danger. But during football season,
oh yeah,
like if you just walk around in Eagles gear, like I feel like
you're on
like
the
I
team.
feel like no one's attacking anyone in Eagles gear.
No, you're all on the same team.
It just feels safer.
The violence immediately shifts to whoever's not wearing Eagles gear. It's very funny.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not the way for like the Sixers.
Yeah.
Certainly not the Flyers. Flyers guys are getting jumped, dude.
I'm excited though.
Sorry.
No, yeah, it was wild because we were in Xfinity for the championship game, my buddy and I, and we left like when they were up like 20 points, like so everyone knows what's about to happen, like they're about to win the game, and we're getting on the train, and there's just this like older dude. He's like in his 50s, just walking with a Commander's hat on, not saying anything to anybody, like with his wife. And they're like, I think she might have had just like a regular shirt on, like they wasn't wearing gear. Like one Commander City, and a kid ran up and stole the hat off of his head. Yeah. I was like, this guy's not even talking to us. Like it's just anybody can get it.
I saw a video of that happening. It might be the video you're talking about. It was a Commanders fan just walking up, and the guy just snatched his hat, and he was like, and then he just ended up eating it and walking away.
No, this was a different...
okay.
I guess it was happening all over the city. But like this older dude, and he's like... What pissed me off was I was right there for it, and these kids did it. And the kids were clearly like Jersey suburb kids, like kids that like kind of kids that I grew up with, kids who don't live in the city at all. Like they're living in like, you know, where I grew up. So I fucking got mad at them. I grabbed the dude's hat and gave it back to him. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And then we all got on the train, and I was like, damn, I'm glad I did that, but I look soft. I look like I'm not ready to win a Super Bowl. That's what it was.
You brought shame upon Rocky, bro.
Yeah, for just that common human decency, people were like, yo, fuck you. Sorry.
Like, Philadelphia as a whole for decades has been trying to literally make people never wear anything but Eagles gear.
And it's fucking working.
It's working pretty well.
Even
Mercenary out here, you're being like, no, we gotta stop.
We gotta stop the violence.
We gotta come together.
We do. Yeah. We're on the same side now. We both hate the Chiefs more than we hate each other.
Yeah, choose love or whatever, putting in the end zone now or whatever.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I felt, you ever see the picture of the blood in the crib with the like handkerchief tied together?
Yeah.
During like the ride, that felt like when I was handing that guy that hat. I was like, we are not that different. This is like NFC losers that are going to end up losing to the Chiefs.
It's like the closest to gang warfare you'll ever be.
It literally is the that's as close as I'm going to get.
Creating ties in the neighborhood
and being like, thanks. I'm like, I made a difference today. I made a difference in the community.
I'm a good person.
I'm a good guy.
That would remind me, you thought if I was that guy. I was like, I gave him the hat again on the train. It's like, I'm the fucking best person in the world.
I see the world differently than everybody else.
Yeah, all my actions were completely wrong.
My PO was a fucking asshole. That guy was wrong as fuck.
That judge didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Did you see what I just did?
Yeah. That saved the guy's life right there. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm a good person.
Well, I do. I like what you're saying about the about football season, because it is the season where guys can catch a street interview and become micro Philadelphia celebrities. Like it happens all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like that guy who it reminded me of when I saw the fit was he's like it was when they were losing. It was maybe the first season with Jalen. I think they were like 4-11. They were like really bad, and they're interviewing this kid in the parking lot. It's like the classic video of him like, I'm ready to go if they need me. I got 2 years varsity. You ever see that video?
No.
Well, he's just that kid. I guarantee that kid's never paid for a beer since that video from a 30-second interview. Like, wear a funny hat, and like, there's a decent chance that you end up with like your own brand on Instagram. Like, it can happen. It's where dreams are made.
Yeah.
It's the judgment parking lot.
It's like people need to move here for 3 months out of the year.
Exactly. I think if you had to come, like, I'd put it up there, like an Eagles game with like one of the things to do in the city. Is like, even if you're not a fan, throw a shirt on and just walk around and like see it, because it is like, it's unlike anything else I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is.
I was just thinking, I was like coming here 3 months out of the year, and then as I was thinking, I was like, this is the worst 3 months of the year to be here. It's so cold.
It's freezing. Cold. Everyone's sad.
I was like, everything closed. It's so cold. Actually, nothing closes. It's just cold.
It's cold as fuck.
You just walk into places shivering. It's
brick as hell. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Let's put it this way: if the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, this is the best 3 months to be in there. If they're not in the playoffs, it's the saddest thing you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, you like walk up to the club and it's like, this place looks closed, and you go inside, just everyone was shivering. They're inside.
The music's really low. They're like, we don't even feel like it.
Yeah. No, dude. Good thing. Last year was kind of sad, but at least they made it.
True. Playoffs. They got through the season. That's what you need.
Yeah.
But I remember watching every one of those games being like, we're not doing shit this year. We're going to lose. We just kept fucking losing. It was so sad.
In my head, I was like, there's an off chance we'll win this wild card round. Mm-hmm. We didn't.
And we got that ass beat, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude. Whatever, dude.
Who cares? That doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing matters.
Baker Mayfield's a bitch. We've been giving people strays, dude. We've been giving celebrities all kinds of shit.
I'm gonna clip it.
Brand new, Rise Against, they can all get
It's like my favorite thing to clip too is just celebrities getting shit on it.
You're like, yo, I don't even make music, but it'd be better than Rise Against. Fuck that.
Fucking Manny was talking about the Sugar Ray singer Mark McGrath being a homophobe. 20 years ago was my favorite thing.
Mark McGrath's like, a homophobe. Yeah, that guy sucked.
Yeah, dude. Still my favorite thing, dude. Something about that's why roast battles suck. That's literally why. Is because something about like when you see celebrities get roasted, it's funny.
Because you know everything about them.
Yeah. But like that's why roast battles where they don't have celebrities, they just suck. Because like this is who this person is, and this is why you should think this is funny. You know, that's not funny.
Yeah, but like, you're just personally insulting each other.
Let celebrities catch strays, dude. Fuck it.
Good, yeah. That's why like the roast battles were fun when we did them. Were you coming around when we did them last year for March Madness?
No.
At Malins.
No.
Well, I think they're doing it again somewhere else, but like it was fun because you got to talk to comedians that like you didn't know very well. So like I roasted a couple people that I knew, just in passing, but like we actually got to talk and it was like a fun experience. But then you don't really know them. So you're just making fun of like their physical appearances or like their comedy, and you're never going to compliment somebody who you're roasting in a comedy. So it just became like a personal insult attack like against these people.
That's exactly
like, we don't even know each other that well, and I'm like just like saying something that is like hindsight really hurtful, and I obviously didn't mean it, but like in the moment you have to be mean. It's like, the crowd is like jeering you to like, come on, like give them something, and then you say something, they're like, well, that was just brutal. Like, I thought you wanted this. Like, what is happening?
So your face is ugly, your nose is big, and the crowd's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm like, I don't know her.
It's all I have.
It is fun though, but I think if you're doing if like match people up with their friends, that's when it's fun. When you can like really start to
like, I know those guys' secret.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear his secret?
There's stuff to be really said about
this. You guys want to watch this guy get divorced tomorrow?
It's happening. You're allowed to go. It's at the courthouse. Yeah. It is fun though. I mean, it is also cool to like meet with another comic and like write jokes for each other. That's like fun to like. But it's just, you don't want to do it too much. I think they're not that. You're right. You need to have public opinion of someone for then to the roast to like dig, because then they're like, oh yeah, I did think about that person. Like Mark McGrath would be perfect. He said that one take just dominates.
Yeah, that's all anyone even knows that guy.
Yeah. Also, can you imagine bossing up that hard about Sugar Ray?
No.
Like it's the biggest. It's like bad Dave Matthews Band.
Well, if you actually so.
Do you also like Sugar Ray?
No.
Am I over 2?
But they were like a harder band before the I Just Wanna Fly.
Yeah.
Before that, they had like a rocky album.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to it. It sounded like not good,
but better.
Yeah, but I could see why he was aggressive, because he was a rock singer.
Oh yeah, he was.
And then he came out the I Just Want to Fly, and then everyone was like, "You're gay." He's like, "I'm a rock singer.
I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah. So
there's no way for everyone to tell that you got offended by being called gay than trying to fight the guy who did the 14-year-old who just called you gay.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
It's like the least cool thing you could possibly do is be like, "I'll fight this kid." No, I'm not.
He's like, "Yo, I heard you suck dick." He's like, "You want to fight?" He's like, "Oh wow. Yeah. I was just joking, but
yeah. Sounds like you did that shit.
Right. Thanks for letting us know. I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah, there's no quicker way for all of us to think you said to know you sucked in using that.
It's like, how did you guys get popular now? Now we know.
Yeah, by sleeping your way to the top. Yeah. I didn't think they looked shaggy.
Yeah, pretty sure they signed with Diddy.
Pretty sure it's a Diddy sign.
I don't know, but it's a strong
probably was.
guess,
he had his hands really everywhere.
He had his hands in. He had his hands in the things.
All kinds of spots.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, what was that Backstreet Boys brother, dude? I was just watching some stuff on that. The Aaron Carter. Backstreet Boys, but that kid got diddied hard.
Did he?
Killed himself.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yes, he did.
Yeah, but because of Diddy.
True.
Crazy.
Because they thought there's no way this guy's ever going to jail.
Yeah, he was like,
and then they saw Mike Vick got caught, and they're like, "There's a chance."
Yeah, dude. If he only held out a little longer, he would have been like...
He would have been top witness. We needed him.
Justified,
Yeah, the first person to be like, no, I went to the freak-off. I went to the party and to the freak-off. I was there. Because every celebrity was like, I went to the party, left right before the freak-off started. It's crazy.
Dude, could you imagine, like, the fucking breaking of the world it would be if there was a trial for Diddy and Bieber shows up on the stand and just goes, it was him. Dude, it would break the world.
Yeah, it'd be incredible.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, everyone's opinion of Justin Bieber, like, that guy's actually pretty brave. Like, he was the biggest dunked on kid. Like, Justin Bieber's a pussy, bro. Any guy who a bunch of girls like him is gay for sure. And then now it's like, yeah, that would change. Like, I actually appreciate Justin standing up for justice. Justice Bieber, dude. That's what he needs to do.
Justice for Justin.
Yeah. Usher better be counting his days.
Usher's looking...
not looking good.
Yeah, not looking great for that guy.
Yeah, I mean... People tend to do the Super Bowl before they get taken down. That happens. Janet Jackson, gone right after the Super Bowl. Michael, he got caught not long after.
Did Janet do anything wrong? She had showed her boobies. I mean,
public nudity is not a joke. That's what's wrong with this
country. Dude, you're right. That gets just on the list.
It does.
Yeah, did she get on a list for that?
Probably.
If you go streaking,
she got blacklisted for sure.
Yeah, dude. If you go streaking during the Super Bowl, you 100% go on a list.
I think it was a little different. But yeah. It'd be funnier if she got more punishment than like a streaker did at the Super Bowl. Well, that's just good, clean fun. This was television that we're talking about.
That wasn't part of the agreement. That guy over there is just riding.
Yeah, he's just having a good time.
Yeah, he just had one too many.
We've all watched our team get there.
Yeah, too many cervezas. Yeah. Super Bowl is probably how they got the Super Bowl is because they were in a position to have the downfall.
True.
Rihanna. Just saying.
I hope she doesn't. I pray nothing happens to her.
Everyone loves Rihanna, dude. They just love her so much.
I think it's because she shuts up. You know what I mean? In like the best way. Like she does not do like public interviews all the time. She's not always everywhere. Like she just kind of does her thing. Yeah. And I think people respect that so much more. Yeah. Like I think if you're like that and you just kind of do your thing, you move, you announce things and then release them when you're supposed to, like you do all that, the public perception of you is so much better than someone you see every day. Like there's a reason everyone hates the Kelseys and Taylor Swift. It's because you can't turn the TV on without seeing them. Like if they were just in one less commercial, they'd be so much better liked. But it's everything. Like I can't stand it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean she got married to who's she married to?
A$AP Rocky.
She's Rocky, that's right, yeah. Well, Rocky Khan was just probably like, yo, you need to shut up. Things worked out all right for her.
Yeah, you're done sitting to courtside at Laker games. That's it. You've done that for the last time. We're hanging out.
He's like, why don't you start a makeup business and have a kid?
Yeah.
Why don't you sell some Mary Kay?
Yeah, you've got enough albums out. No one needs albums. So he just doesn't want her to be more famous than he is.
Yeah, that shit was like, Rocky, can I please do the Super Bowl? He's like, oh, God.
Fine, but come right back after.
Yeah. This is one time.
Keep your location on the whole goddamn time. You're too hot to be walking around out there.
Yeah, dude.
That is nice that they, like, two hot people were like, fine, we'll give you guys a kid. You know what I mean? People are always doing that of like, I would love to see what that baby looked like. They're like, fine, well... You guys earned this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, didn't Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have a kid? That kid's probably going to be pretty.
Probably.
Pretty hot.
Hopefully so.
One day.
Yep.
Hopefully it's a guy. We need more Brads. We don't need more hot chicks, dude.
I need a Fight Club reboot.
Brads.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
We do need more Brad Pitts because these gorgeous women are dating, I mean, the most busted men I've ever seen in my entire life. It's kind of ridiculous. Machine Gun Kelly looks like a Muppet. There's no possible way that guy should be hooking up with Megan Fox.
Machine Gun Kelly is not a completely unattractive man, but as far as Megan Fox goes, I mean,
what'd you call him, dude?
He's not completely an unattractive man.
You called him hot?
Machine Gun Kelly?
John Gagel, dude. Jesus.
Let me think. Is he Brad Pitt? No, dude.
Yeah, he's a bad bitch.
No,
yeah.
like Brad's a 10 and Machine's like a 6 and a... Machine's a 7 to Brad, 6.5.
True.
He's more than an average fella. Brad's up here.
We're gonna get fucking crucified for this. Who's hot and who's not?
So, anyways, I was always personally a fan of Johnny myself.
Being straight
more of a hand-sized model, shorter fella. I could handle him more. Cute face.
Never beat the Diddy allegations, dude.
I don't got no Diddy allegations.
Yeah, you just got. You got stuff that's much worse.
You're talking about me. I don't got
No. I mean, in general.
No one knows me.
All right, yeah. So I have a question. Who's who in this? I feel like I've been being nasty, so I'm the other guy.
Well, yeah. You're not the first person to answer that, and I never really actually thought about it, but I did, and now I have the answer.
Yeah.
I would be the kid in the hat. Mm-hmm. Young, innocent, joyful, looking. He's inspired.
And that's
by
the
life.
monster telling you like you can skip school if you pretend to throw up. That's the devil on your shoulder. Be like, "Do use chicken soup?" Then she'll never be able to tell.
Yeah, it was like I'm just gonna be this nice guy, and I'm gonna bring these monster creams on.
That looks like the day that it happened. You're like, "We're gonna be bad."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, little goo monster. You're a little goo monster, dude.
You don't feel like going to school today, do you? I got a solution for that.
That kid knows about the soup trick.
Yeah. The day that he found out about it.
Yeah. That kid had Wayne's World to watch or something.
True. I do like the Darth Vader.
Yeah, dude.
So that's very nice. People don't know about that either.
Threw that in there. Yeah, that's the newest background art from
that's cool.
Angelo Vera, Philadelphia artist.
Shout out
Angelo.
Shout out that. Shout out he was at Casa Duran. I saw his pieces there. That was very nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Oh yeah, dude. You were just doing a cool aesthetic at Casa Duran. Shout out. We're gonna plug that.
Opening spot. There. Shout out.
A little link. Yeah, dude. That was
700 comedy showcase.
that was a good set. Dude.
That's a good plug. No, you put these books here to make fun of me because I haven't read a book since college. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Have you read all of this?
I have.
Really? Yeah. Which one was your favorite? It's obviously Excelsior.
Brothers Karamazov, like the best book I ever read.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like Animal Farm, but that's fine.
Yeah, Animal Farm is a great book, dude.
You know it's actually about communism?
Huh? You get shit on. That's a great book, dude.
Of course. Yeah.
That's an amazing book.
Well, I always liked Excelsior because that's Silver Linings Playbook. There's that whole there's that whole monologue that she has.
Dude, this book is actually pretty rad, dude.
Let's see, dude. This is the reading section.
This is where we read.
Yes. You want to read Dostoevsky to people?
This is actually a pretty rad book. It's called Education for Death. It was like how. It was basically like how could Hitler create a society where everyone backed him? It was like basically like them taking over the schooling systems and everything like
the
that.
Making of the Nazi.
Yeah, pretty much.
And did you read this now and go, wow, that's cogent?
Yeah, I'll be like, well.
You go, guys. I kind of got
to see what Kanye's been talking about.
I kind of got the manual on this, and they're following it to a T. It's pretty ridiculous.
Like, see, what we've been misunderstanding about Kanye is. Yeah. No, this is cool stuff. But I don't really read it. I was just talking about that with Kyle. I don't really read anymore. Now it's all just audiobook.
You're an audiobook guy?
Dude, reading takes so much time, and now it's just like the world's evolving. You can drive places and read at the same time. Mm-hmm. Whereas before you would crash or get arrested for reading and driving at the same time.
A short time. Yeah, and then you would get. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm so like low IQ that even an audiobook is like too intense for me to like process the information.
It depends, dude. Like you can if you get like a murder mystery. Mm-hmm. Audiobook and you find someone with a good voice, it just sounds like a murder mystery pod or something, True. Yeah. But a heavy reading is harder.
But I feel like I would think to do audiobooks of these, and these seem like they're bad for audiobooks.
Yeah, like that. Brothers Karamazov audiobook
take your time.
Be 40 hours.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You could get through a whole show instead.
Yeah, I read that book in jail, so all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying?
True. Might as well read the classics, right? I'm not going anywhere.
I can imagine reading the Brothers Karamazov right now, lightly. It would take me forever. I gave it to my lady actually as a gift or something, and she's hacking away at it. But God bless her.
That is something, dude. Yeah, I guess you just have unlimited time. You can get through the Brothers Karamazov.
Oh,
pretty fast too.
What's so funny is that's when most of my reading was done throughout my life. and if I don't mention that's where I did all my reading, I'd sound like quite the scholar.
You do, yeah.
Like if I was to go down a list of books I've read, I'm like, I'm pretty scholar. And people are like, that's pretty impressive. Like, I still had a lot of time in jail. Like, oh, well, that somehow doesn't.
I'm less impressed.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same. It has the luster is gone.
You should get the credit there. That's a thick ass book. Yeah, I've never read something that long.
I read all the Game of Thrones.
Did you really? Yeah.
Yeah, I read those. Never seen the show, but I read those, and that's kind of a flex.
It's a huge flex.
Yeah,
because it ends
they're
better.
Huge.
They are, yeah.
But they're easy reads. Are they?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for you, if you're reading that, that's crazy.
You literally have all the time. Can't sleep? Don't worry.
Yeah. You will soon. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, chess, books.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get to
chess
do.
And books, yeah. Chess and books. Are you nasty at chess?
I'm pretty good at chess and cards. I'm very good at cards, so.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it. I mean, chess is fun, but it's one of those things you need to have really dedicated time to it.
Well, my dad taught me chess when I was like 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I had a lot of experience before. I was going in there.
He went in there hot.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was going in there learning. You know.
Was that an advantage? Like to have like something that people respected. Did people respect that, or was it like?
I mean, people always like, the chess people respect the game, or like, it depends. Well, I guess like, so like I was thinking it's spades, right? Spades is a card game, spades. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people like, you don't want to be shitty at spades when you're like, no, they won't even let you at the table. You gotta be respect to even play. Mm-hmm. But also, you don't want to be like that arrogant shithead who no one's play with. You know,
who's really good and just beating everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the spades people. Mm-hmm. But I guess if you're good at chess, then like something. Handball is a good thing to get respected at. Everyone respects good handball players. Yeah.
Handball like soccer, but throwing it through a net, like
handball. Oh, okay, so handball, jail handball is like the Puerto Rican handball. It's like you get a racquetball, a racquetball blue one, and it's like there's a wall, and you basically bat your hand is a tennis racket, and you smack it. It has to hit the wall, and it can hit the ground once, but it can't hit the ground twice, and then the opponent has to smack it. Yeah, can't hit the ground first, has to hit the wall. It's like tennis except against the wall. And that's basically.
And that was, if you were good at that, that was a big thing.
Yeah, that's the sport in prison.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, that's also. I mean, it makes sense. It seems like. It's honestly funny not funny, but it's interesting here. People will pass their time. Like you will figure out a way to like, no matter what circumstances you're in, like there will, the patterns will be the same. So like having handball is like, I always heard basketball was really good too. Mm-hmm. Like there were like leagues in.
I mean, I'm not good at basketball, so I didn't give that a shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Like, I'm not even. It's like first off, the look of me is not getting on, and then if I did fight to get on, and then just sucked, like I'm not eating that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's like finally after 4 months, can I finally get on? He's like, I finally come on. He's airball 17. You're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, why did you wait for time for months?
In the field after 6 months of trying to get on the court.
Like, it's not
you
a good
practice
look.
at all.
You didn't even give that a shot.
That's funny.
No, but I left. So you pick your battles, dude.
Mm-hmm. And chess was where you're.
Yeah, like chess. I like handball, cards. Find stuff to do. Nothing, dude. People don't realize though, like that's why homeless people choose to go to jail. Mm-hmm. Because like at the end of the day, you get free meals, and then if you got like a buddy and a cell with you, you guys can stay up all late night and play games together and stuff. like a sleepover.
Or inside. It's funny to say, but like there's probably some who it's better if you know where to go, right? Because I've heard of a lot of different places being very different, like the different systems being like you want to be in this place versus that place because of like how. I mean, that's probably a given. I probably sound very naive, but like if you knew where to go and be like, all right, I'm gonna do a crime here. This thing to get to there, like that's not a bad, like it doesn't sound like a bad deal when it comes to like if your alternative's like on the L, like that is what I mean. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't want to be in jail though. Obviously, I'm sounding insensitive.
I mean, not me, but I mean, there are definitely people that do that for like a living. They do that, like get a 6-month bid and get out for summer, and that's the rotation. And people that do that every year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess
people live wild life, dude. I like walking down the street and like really like taking in like the not the diversity of people, but like the diversity of how people are living their lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to see
very drastic
where different people are at. Like it's interesting,
dude. Some homeless people, you can't even conceive where they're at. Like their mind is based on like I need to rob batteries out of a car today, get to the scrapyard, and then make it back to my fort. Like there's like certain people are living lives in different ways we can't comprehend.
They're on a completely different level of the video game.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
It's like a different level.
Yeah, their characters, their stats are so different than yours. It's really funny. Like I have no idea how to get a battery out of a car, and they're doing that. Like they're like, I need to do this first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's very funny.
But it is like I do think about that sometimes too, because it's like I still feel very young in the city. Like I'm 24, so like most people in the city are like 22. It's like the first year you get here, so I do feel very young. So I do try to listen to people who are older whenever possible, because I'm like, even if they may not be exactly where I want to be, they still know way more about this. Like, and not to be dismissive about it, because it's like, I'm like, yeah, dude, these people are always know more than you. You're not smarter than that person. Like, you might have a degree or something, but like, it does not mean that you're more intelligent than them. I think that's such a there's a bias that comes out of college where you're like, oh, I'm doing a job that I went to school for. Like, here I am, and I'm like, that 32-year-old bartender knows more about life than you ever possibly could at this point. Like, and some people like don't at all want to like hear that.
Yeah, but I mean, no, that just comes with age, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like
it's immaturity.
Even if you didn't go to college, just boost to it, because then you have like something to stand on without really. Well, I mean, you went to college and graduated, but like you didn't it's like something to stand on when you don't have much to stand on. But like everyone at that age, when you're like 20 years old, you're like, fuck everyone, I'm so smart.
They think
He's like, in case y'all didn't know, I am the next coming.
Yeah, I mean, like people, there's the old thing of like, oh yeah, 20-year-old thinks they know everything about the world, and you don't realize how little you know until you become older. Like when I was 20, I had that mindset of like, oh yeah, I've got to figure it out, I'm going to do that. And then until you get to this age, you're like, oh, that's right, I was a complete idiot. No one should be listening. You shouldn't be allowed to vote until you're 22. Like I really think you should have to live like out of college. Like it's very, I don't know. But college, like you said, it is like you can put that on a piece of paper and be like, for 4 years I showed up every day and like got this done. Like that's like at least like, yeah, it's like a check mark. But it's not when it comes to, you don't know more about any industry like whatsoever. It's like,
yeah, it is tough. Like I'm in construction industry. So we don't deal with like a kids coming out of college too often.
Yeah.
But what we deal with the funny thing is inspectors. Like you'll have inspectors start showing, like it started happening a few years ago. Like we're all like it used to be like people work construction for however long, they get too old and they become inspectors, right? And then the inspectors are the old heads, right? That stopped now in construction. Now all the inspectors are like 22-year-olds fresh out of college who like studied whatever they need to do to be an inspector, but like never swung a hammer. It's so wild to have them show up and like, dude, they come on jobs like never done any sort of labor. And like, this house needs to be like, that doesn't work that way.
Like, you have no idea what you're talking
about. It's crazy. That's a weird one to watch. But
yeah, you do have no reason to respect that guy. Like in that field. Like it's taking a knife to a gunfight in the sense that like what you think is information that's going to matter to them has nothing to do with what's actually happening like on that site. Like, it's got to be so disarming for some 22-year-old to think like the confidence on that kid.
Well, I mean, the crazy thing about it is that 22-year-old has like so much. Like, dude, those guys have power, dude.
For sure.
Like, they can just be like, oh yeah, like screw your day, and then just like end the job. You're like, yeah, good. Refile this permit. Take 4 months. Like
that's
power,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah, but it should be. Yeah, that sounds like a correction to a system that wasn't necessarily broken. Because like I'd much rather have a 40-year construction guy come in inspecting, because he knows what you guys are doing.
Oh, like like a township would have like an HVAC inspector. That HVAC inspector did HVAC for 40 years, and then he's inspecting for the last 15 years before he retires or something. Like,
he knows where you can cut corners.
That guy is a better HVAC inspector.
Yeah. He knows where you can save time.
Yeah, so
he's not gonna yell at you. He knows that if you put that on top of there, it's gonna, you know what I mean?
That's how it is. But I mean, it's funny, dude. I don't know. I didn't go to college, so I didn't have to like deal with that. So I don't know the fight of having the ego because I went to college.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole college thing is interesting because depending on what you do, it's a very different experience for everybody. Like, I had friends who were chemical engineers, and they had to do chemical engineering to the point where they're like doing labs that are like weeks long, and they're like in the lab, and they're, they've got homework for like 3 hours a night. And I was an English and communications major.
Yeah.
I studied interpersonal communications, which is talking to people in English. Like, that's what I studied, and it was like, I would like make fun of them, but then they'd be like, yeah, but our degree is so much more valuable than yours. And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm not using this for anything, but it's like, I had never had any ego coming out. I was like, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to learn. Like, but some people, they come out with like $300,000 a year jobs. And I'm like, how do you stay like grounded in that? That seems so strange.
Yeah, like college does have like college is a weird balance. Like, it's getting away from like meritocracy, and like is granting position with like maybe not value. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying it's a scam?
Not necessarily, but like there's a weird fight. Like it used to be like if you go to Harvard, and like that's the best of the best.
You're a Harvard man, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know like necessarily like if college carries the same weight anymore. If like as far as like meritocracy not being the best of the best.
I think because now you can be a 15-year-old kid and trade crypto and make $2 million like before you even graduate high school. Dude. So it's like, how are you going to tell that kid to do anything? How are you going to make him write you a paper? Like, he's way ahead of you. Dude. At least financially, which is
good for him though. I always want, dude. I'm like looking at these fucking kids. I'm like, oh my god, dude, what I would give, dude. Imagine imagine trying to teach, be like in 10 years trying to be a teacher to like kids that are going to be like, the world's moving so fast and kids are like so much faster in 10 years. I can't imagine trying to teach a fucking kid.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a slept on thing is to be able to like embarrass them still. Like, I think teachers are doing a bad job of embarrassing kids so that they'll shut up.
Yeah.
Because you can't hit them.
Got to bring back shame.
And you shouldn't be able to hit them, obviously, but you should be able to make them feel bad. Because every time I was being an asshole in school, the teacher made me feel bad, and I was like, now I'm embarrassed, I'll shut up. Like, it's effective 100% of the time.
Bring back shame.
You need to bring it back. And now these kids are doing Fortnite dances in these teachers' faces, and there's nothing they can do about it.
You know what it is? I think it's because, like, all the teachers are fucking retards.
Yeah, and they get paid too much also.
Here's the thing, not all of them, but have you noticed the abundance of teachers that are comedians?
It's a lot of them.
Isn't that weird?
It's too many of them for me to feel comfortable putting my kids in public school.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. In case no one knows, you will not go to a mic in Philadelphia and there not be a comedian there that's also a teacher. It's wild. It's crazy because I've never been in a school ever in my life and then been walking out and like, yo, that teacher was fucking funny. Like, never once, ever.
Yeah, it happened once and they always get in trouble. You know what I
mean? They were funny one time.
They were funny and they always get in trouble. Anymore. All those rock star cool teachers, they got something going on in the background. Be careful.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're 42 years old and your demographic is 15 to 17-year-olds, you're a pedophile. If that's who you're crushing with, it's a problem. That's not good. It's so funny. But yeah, I think you will see 8 teacher comedians.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's not. It's all the time.
I'm saying at least one.
Yeah.
But like, some nights you'll be there and like, there's like, did 4 people just go up in a row saying they're a teacher? It's like, how statistically it's crazy.
Go home and grade papers. Like, what are you doing?
No wonder our fucking country's collapsing. These kids' papers aren't even being fucking graded because you're all out till 2 a.m. at this
They're
fucking
writing
mic.
jokes on the back of them and taking them on stage, dude. They're not gonna make it.
I was at a mic the other day and this guy was reading his notes and it was a fucking kid's test.
You're like, I can't believe he got the word for currency wrong. It's like, you're teaching him. You're the problem. You're here.
I actually did see a guy go on stage like 2 days ago and his notes were on the back of a Philly parking ticket.
That's what's up, yeah.
I was like, fucking funny, dude.
That's cool. He's earning his time, dude. I like that.
The only paper I have is the Philly parking
Can't forget about this. Yeah, I know. I'll write my best stuff on it so I don't lose it.
That's fucking thinking, dude.
They say we're dumb, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude.
That's 2 stones at 1 bird. That's safe.
You got something important? Write it down on a ticket.
Yeah. I might start doing that. I don't even drive. I might start picking tickets off cars.
I lose my tickets all the time, dude. I have to go online and type in my license plate to find it.
Are you constantly battling them?
Some months are better than others. Dude, I got crushed a couple weeks ago. Like it was not good. I had like 3 in a day. It was 3 in a day.
That's why it literally
not a day, 3 over 3 days, but it was
3 over 3 days, yeah. Back to back to back.
3 in a day would be like
that'd be nuts. You got to look into it at that point, yeah.
Dude, I would murder the PPA lady. Dude, she gave me 3 in one day.
3 in one day. You're like, I'm 3 in one shift. I don't want it anymore.
Fine that lady. She's like, you better not put your name on that ticket, lady. I'm fine.
I'll look up your number or whatever. That has to be public knowledge.
I'm typing your name into social media until everyone.
Facts. You ever try to engage with the SEPTA social media?
No.
Dude, I one time I was trying to get to work, and I took the Broad Street line down, right, and I transferred at Market Frankfurt, and I got there, and there was a train scheduled for 1 in 2 minutes and 1 in 8 minutes, and I was like, perfect. Like, even if I don't get to the 1 in 2 minutes somehow, like if I fall or something, I'll still get the 1 in 8 minutes, you know what I mean? And the train didn't come for 25 minutes when I was sitting there, and I DM'd SEPTA on Instagram, and I was like, you fucking invalids. Like, why do you even post a schedule? This is ridiculous. As I'm typing the message and hit send, I look up and the train was there. I was like, oh fuck, like I did. This poor intern just read my rant. And then I looked like 2 hours later and they're like, we're so sorry to hear about it. What platform were you on? We'll give you a refund. And I was like, no, I wanted you to be jerks. I wanted you to be the PPA so I could get mad at you. Like, they tried to make it better. And I was like, they're doing their best. Like, I can't be too mad at them.
Is SEPTA and the PPA the same, though?
They're not the same. They're different entities, which is why I wasn't that mad at them. Because if it was the same entity, they're screwing everybody across the city. Like, you can't escape them.
Dude, it is a sham. It's a scam
crazy.
At every level. At every level, I can pick it apart. I hate the scooter parking. Mm-hmm. I hate scooter parking. Why are we giving them parking? They get the best parking in all the restaurants because they deliver, right? Mm-hmm. But it's the best parking from all the restaurants. Why are we giving it to them? They park on the fucking sidewalk anyway.
Would you want to do that job, though?
No.
There you go. I think that's what it is. I think it's me going like, well, he's grinding. I respect that.
Dude, they almost run me over on the sidewalk habitually. We don't need to give them parking spots. They park on the sidewalk.
Chipotle. You understand?
They park on the sidewalk. They don't want to abide by law.
I need my food hot.
No, we need to open up parking so I can park at night. Screw these people. They park on the sidewalk and don't care about red lights anyway.
I got to do 3 minutes at Fergie's. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I got things to do. I didn't handle I didn't manage my time well. I'm late for this mic. Mm-hmm. Open up a spot.
Get out of the way. You don't need Sweet Green that bad, people. Yeah. Get out of the way.
The handicap far too many. Dude, there shouldn't be a handicap spot. There shouldn't be one at the end of each block. That's far too many handicap spots. There's not that many per capita. That's one. All right, so there's 2 at the end of each block. Say there's 20 parking spots in that block. That's 1/10 of the population's handicap. No, I'm
false,
dude. Again, open them up. Get rid of them, dude.
Trump will take care of that, dude. I'm not worried about it. That's funny. That's a funny hard line. So first off, we've slammed teachers, and now we're slamming the handicap, and said that homeless people should go to jail, dude. We're woke as hell.
I'm not saying that the handicap don't deserve all spots, but
not to.
I'm not pulling into Center City at 8 p.m. and seeing people rolling around on wheelchairs. Like, this don't happen, dude.
True. Also, give them one. All right, this is my compromise. 1 spot, but it's the size of 1.5 spots, so that we can probably fit 1 more car in there, and they got room for all the equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that sucks. Having to have a car just specifically to lift you out of your fucking car sucks. Like, that's a terrible process to have to go through.
That's never happening down there.
True. They are freewheeling it.
I've never seen that down there, dude.
People have Corollas. That's a good point.
99% of the wheelchair people in Philadelphia are pretending to have 1 leg and asking for $1 from you. They don't say. They don't even have cars, dog.
You think those guys are faking?
Yes.
What a sham. How do you fake that?
What are you on?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, dude?
You do? I don't think they're faking.
Dude, you can totally, if you wear some baggy pants, dude, you could totally tuck your foot up in your butt.
True.
And just sit like this and look like Captain Dan from Forrest Gump.
You've been doing it actually the entire podcast.
Yeah. If I had baggy pants on, you could do it. You could pretend to have them now. Yeah.
And then people would be like, yo, Nakel's been through way more than we thought.
Yeah, he's like, he's been through quite the battle.
He's got the scars to show for it. That's funny. Yeah, I guess you're right. I remember being in an Uber one time, and it was one of those guys like working his way across the street like with one leg, and I was like, man, that's sad. And the Uber driver was like, don't feel bad for that motherfucker. He's lying. Like, whoa, dude.
He knows.
Although he's woke as hell. He knew. That was when I was up in North Philly. That was so funny.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I see a guy asking for $1, I don't even consider it. Never, doesn't even cross my mind.
Yeah. Get fucked.
Yeah. It's like, why are you lying to me?
What are you gonna do? Chase me?
Yeah.
And admit that you've been lying?
Well, dude, you ever watch the videos like the lady standing there is like, we have a funeral to pay for? Dude, there's so many scams out there. It's like, I'm not even diving. I'm not even gonna take that risk.
True. I do kind of absolutely champ every single person trying to ask me. Like, and sometimes I will if I can tell. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can tell, you're like, this guy needs my help. But anytime anybody, excuse me, I just fire like right past. It's a skill that takes a minute though when you move to the city.
Yeah. Walk with meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
walk with like you got purpose, like and you got things to do, and they aren't important. Dude, this actually happened 2 weeks ago. I was at that 7-Eleven down the street, and this child who's 5 walks up to me and asked me for $1. And I said, go home. Actually, I was like, go home.
Get out of here.
What?
Get out of here.
Yeah, like,
scram.
Leave. Like, I didn't give him $1. I was like, you're a scammer.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why else would this 5-year-old be at 7-Eleven asking people for money? He's a scammer.
You're 5. Your parent is somewhere around here watching you. Go get that guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. It's too young to be out on their own.
I don't trust you.
If you were 9 or 10, I mean, I would like to stand on.
No,
but
you,
5.
Dude, this kid was like 5 or 6 years old. Asking me for $1, walking up to strangers in cars at 7-Eleven for $. No.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, either that kid really needs it, or he's just or he's scamming. There's a 5% chance that he's like in a real bind.
I'm gonna take that chance, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Statistically speaking, that's a safe chance to risk.
It's like the handicap thing.
Yeah. Like, statistically speaking, that kid's a scammer, and if he's not, I'll eat it.
I didn't have it easy either, brother.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, I've been through the shit too. I don't want to hear about it. You'll become stronger.
Listen,
learn to play chess. You'll use it eventually.
Listen. Well, the thing I have panhandled before back in the day, back in my younger days. I've done it. I've been down in like Port Richmond at the Sunoco down there. You know, I've put in my time. So I don't feel bad for these little fucking scoundrels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're cosplaying something pity. I actually did. Like...
Yeah. It's so funny. I get to live that world, so I can talk shit on these homeless people and all that. I feel zero pity.
True, you do have the ultimate trump card.
Yeah.
I was been.
You're a straight white male. I don't have much.
You don't have much.
They don't give me trouble much.
Yeah,
but I'll take that.
You've been there, done that.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah. I was just talking to a racially ambiguous person last night about my jealousy if I'm on stage. And
respect for not using the other word you used earlier. I'm just joking around, dude.
They said you wouldn't mention it. Damn it! Yeah, I was like, I have jealousy of you because you can do things that I can't. But I have that, so.
I have the ultimate cred.
Yeah, that's
you have experience.
That's my one cred.
It's literally job experience versus a college degree.
If you want experience, like if you want to like be able to make fun of homeless people without the libs making fun of you, just go be homeless for a couple months.
True.
And then you can be like, I did that.
It is the ultimate. Yeah. It's the ultimate card.
Yeah, it's like you have no reason to yell at me now.
It's just like you were saying. It's like that makes a better inspector. Putting in the time and doing it, not just coming out of college.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if you want to make fun of drug addicts, just be one.
Be one. Yeah. Put your time in.
Yeah. Just fine.
That's a good call. Actually. Yeah.
Like if you want to make fun of the gays, just be one.
Get in there.
Yeah. You can just. That's all you got to do is just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. There's a couple things you can't do.
Well, if you just want to be the blacks, make fun of the blacks, you just got to be one.
True. And how would you go about that, John?
I think there's surgery, dude. I saw this lady. I think there's the head of. I saw this lady.
Oh, you Rachel Dolezal. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah. You have to lead the NAACP.
You gotta lead
and do hair for 10 years.
Just dye your skin. And then you could do it.
Yeah, she was the funniest OnlyFans, the funniest OnlyFans journey possible.
She has an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't reviewed the tape, but I do know that she has one. And it's like, it's very funny to like talk about being on a hot streak and hitting a heat check. You know what I mean? Like, you literally changed races to become black. Head of the NAACP, like, fuck it. Like, let's keep the train rolling. OnlyFans, not going to lose a supporter here. Like, and then she's got to feel like the most powerful person on the planet. Like, she's getting away with all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah, she's crushing the game, really.
She's really crushing the game. That's Belichick. That's Belichick level.
Oh, yeah, she's the Lady Belichick.
She's Lady Belichick.
What's her boyfriend look like, dude? Is he dating Brad Pitt?
I think he might be like the I think he's like the Bitcoin guy.
He's a handsome billionaire.
I think he's like a bit like oh no, I'm thinking of Serena Williams and the guy who owns Reddit. That's what I'm thinking. She's married to the guy who owns Reddit.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
I think Dolezal has a similar, like, I think that's the playbook that she took. I think that she has a husband who's like a white tech nerd. Could be wrong about that though. We might need to verify.
He just always wanted a black mama as a wife.
I think that's what it. Yeah, they're both playing the game. She's like, "I'll Serena if you I don't even know an example." Damn, dude, I had Steam too.
All I know about Serena's Venus.
That she had a sister. I don't know if she does.
Yeah, dude. Anyways, good for that lady. I wish I could just blatantly switch races like that, but no one's gonna let us get away with that.
No one's gonna let us get away with it. Yeah. The only way is through comedy. It's the only way. Is to Gary Owen. Okay. Just do black rooms until you're accepted. You ever see him?
I thought you were gonna say do black face, but no. Go to black rooms. Got it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he he's a black comic now.
Yeah, that's good. Start speaking with twang.
And apparently that is not how he talks off mic. Apparently he keeps it very Nebraska when he's off mic.
Dude, I didn't want to say it, but like, yo, I'm just going to say it. All those guys who are like working that angle, those guys are talking different on stage. Of course. And the fact that that's not considered offensive is hilarious to me.
It's way more offensive.
It's so funny.
It's somebody there on stage like, fellas, y'all know what the fuck I did. And then goes, it's like, hey, how's it going, man? You're like, what the fuck was that?
Oh man, it's so good that we just accept pandering like that.
I don't accept. It's not because it's not to me. It's not my fight.
Oh yeah,
it's not mine to call
we don't
out.
accept it. I just called it out, but
yeah, be like, yeah, that guy's faking
society,
it. Yes,
because we're all in this together.
We are all in this together, despite what we've been saying about a bunch of marginalized groups. We have to stick together.
Well, the reason we can talk about every group is because we are brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
We don't hate here.
Under the Most High.
Yeah. We love. Are you
a child of God? Are you practicing?
What are we doing?
Are you a child of God? You accepted Jesus?
Always, dude.
That's a jail thing too, right? Of like full religion?
Like going hard. But honestly, jail is heavier with the converting to Muslim than I say converting to Christian. There are heavy Christians in jail, but I would say the conversion
rate
is higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a way to get. That might be a way to put your time in. Go to jail, become Muslim. That might be a way.
I watched it.
White dudes should start doing that.
If you go there, you will see that.
You'll be
100%. Oh yeah. If you're. Oh, by the way, I guess if you don't know, if you go to jail and you're white and you convert to Muslim, you're going to get ripped on by every white guy for history. The time you're in there,
of course.
Yeah, they hate. They don't like that.
But they're racist, so I don't.
yeah. But
you being that white dude of like, I will not participate in racism. I don't care where we are.
Yeah, it's not a good trade because if you think about it, like, yeah, you won't get beat up by the black guys, but then you get made fun of by the white guys. But if you just didn't do that, then you wouldn't get made fun of by the white guys, and those black guys probably just left you alone.
Really? Yeah.
Or I mean, yeah. Unless you're joining for a reason, like you need something.
Yeah, true.
But
because I always thought, I mean, I have so many misconceptions. Also, the whole subject, and I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it, but if you're okay with talking about it, like the whole subject is one of the most fascinating parts of society to me. Like, and I don't need to go full pivot into that, but it's like even hearing those dynamics, because like if all you see is movies, you have no idea what's fucking happening, like whatsoever. Like they're not that real.
Like jail? Like Prison Break?
I think people think they know what's happening in there. I'm like, there's an entire world that's like you're not privy to. Because you haven't put your time in.
You got time before you can talk about it.
Yeah. You can make fun of that. Why don't you talk about that on stage, dude? That's all I want to hear about.
I do. I try to. It's like the only problem is I could do 60 minutes of just stories about that, but like I feel like I feel like a lot of comedians are also like, all this guy talks about is that. So like I try and spread it out. Like I try not to do like 5 minutes on that, and then like the next night do a night. Like it's all. Maybe I'll just take a different approach, and maybe I should do that. But
well, the advice that I got through it, because the only thing that I have that people don't necessarily relate to on like a wide level is that I grew up with arthritis. When I was like 12, I got diagnosed, and so that's a subject that nobody really knows about unless you have it, and it's like super unique. And I remember doing a joke about it, like a short joke about it, and Leah Renee came up to me and she was like, "You have arthritis," and I was like, "Yeah," and she goes, "And you've had it since you were 12?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You should have 25 minutes on that." Like no one knows. She's like, "I have so many questions. Like, what was the medicine like? What was it like to have that in school? Like, were kids mean to you? Like," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even," because it's so regular to you. Like when it's your life, you know it so well that you're like, "Why would anyone find this interesting?" But then you tell someone else and they're like, "That's fucking crazy that you went through that," and you're like, "Oh yeah, there's something there."
Well, part of the reason I started doing mics was like because I was such an outlandish ass life, like, and just did so many bad, like I lived a not normal-ish life as part of a seed. So I was like, dude, I got stories that like not are unique. You know what I'm saying? So that's like kind of the whole reason. I was like, I know I can say at least a few unique things
For sure, yeah.
So,
and I mean that's the toughest thing to be, especially when you start. Like when you're first starting, it's like, how do I make these people pay attention to me? Like, how do I at all differentiate myself? Because you don't want to just be another guy who's like, "Yeah, dating's weird." You're like, "What are we even doing up here?"
You guys, did you hear about the Jews?
You got to catch their attention and keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Yeah, dude. I mean. What you got a question about jail? There's like
no, I don't. I'm always fascinated by it. I also don't. Yeah, I think it's also. I think it reads as disrespectful to be like, "Tell me it." You know what I mean? I think that's not necessarily.
Yeah, man.
I know, but I'm not asking you to tell me everything. But I'm saying like I think it would be weird. I could see people like overextending and being like asking like too much about it. You know?
No, yeah. I mean, like every place is different. So like jails, county jails, and prisons are different. Then you also hear like different prisons are way worse than other prisons. You know, so every place is a little different, and they're all like private entities too. So like technically they're all like independent businesses that run differently too.
Yeah.
So like just because like one jail is one way that doesn't even mean the next one will be. It could be a different owner, different staff, and
different prices. And
oh yeah. So it's like weird. Or they may house like all like armed robbers and violent offenders at this place, and this place is different. But
yeah, there's chess going on at this place.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, jail's interesting. You get in I was in a couple fights. I get a couple fights in jail. That's always interesting.
Yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah, I had a joke about it. The only problem is it's an extensive joke because it has like some background to it, but it took me like 5 minutes to do. So it was like literally a whole 5 minute fucking like to do. Yeah,
that is a lot. Yeah,
yeah, but it was the first fight I got in jail. So I did a joke about that. I got some other stuff, but like I can't do it publicly.
Of course, yeah,
it's too bad. Dude.
Yeah, like I don't want to. Also, people aren't like. That's not fun anymore. When you're just like, it gets to a point where like,
well, yeah, I got some like, there is a point where like it's very funny, but with that dark crowd,
yeah.
It's not good for public humor.
You have to have some background in that to like get it. Like you said, if you're gonna make fun of homeless people, you better have been homeless at some point.
Yeah, you gotta have a tattoo.
But yeah, the tattoo artist who doesn't have any tattoos, you're like, I don't trust this guy. Yeah, skinny chef can't have that.
You need to have something that matches ours.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I did tattoos in jail. That was pretty cool.
Wow,
that was fun stuff. You know, it's not bad. Yeah, it's terrible. Like you never want to go back. Loss of freedom is a terrible thing. It's a wild thing.
It's got to be a completely foreign feeling.
Loss of freedom is a wild concept.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Like you feel like you're just walking down a hallway and that guy's like, "Hey, stop and get naked," and then squat and cough, and you're like, no.
Fuck.
And then they're like, all right, and you get beat up and thrown in a cell for 30 days.
Yeah.
Like it's wild.
There's nothing you can say. Yeah.
It's a very wild place.
It's also something that you probably can't even imagine how it is until it happens. Like no one can be like, oh yeah, I know what you were doing. I had in-school suspension before, and you're like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
You see, now they shut down the mental hospitals. Jails are wild, dude.
Yeah.
Because like you get like the mental wings of hospitals are lit, dude. They never shut the lights off, and it's the craziest people. Like you know the crazy people, like the crazy crackheads you see on video. And they're like, what the fuck? They're in the medical wing of the jail. So like when they're not on the streets, that's where they are, dude. Those people are wild. There's one time this nurse was coming around giving out medicine, and like 2 cells down from mine, like I was standing there like this, just eating my medicine. You got nothing else to do. Stand at the door, and the nurse walks up to this dude. The dude reaches through and punches her right in the nose, dude.
Oh my god.
Yo, COs came in and lit this dude up.
They came up heavy.
Oh my! First off, these guys were all like 6'6" and steroid ridden. They lived for this, dude.
Yeah,
this is what they lived for.
Oh, they're praying for one of those guys to punch that girl.
They like clock in like, oh, I pray I get to kill someone today. Yeah. They love this. They came in, dude, and hella dudes hands down and took out their handcuffs and just beat his knuckles.
Oh my god!
Dude, it was horrendous.
Yeah, who's gonna hold them? Who's gonna hold them accountable either?
Oh no.
You're not gonna be like
that guy got his hands like whatever stitched up and he got thrown in the hole for however long.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Dude again, dude.
It's probably like a test of like reality when you're like, I'm gonna punch it. Like I gotta do something to like fucking break out of this cycle. Like I gotta have at least a interruption in the routine here. Like to know I'm like still there. Like that's what that read says to me of like a guy like deep down him being like, I just feel like a fucking animal, dude.
Some of the people are just gone. Dude.
Yeah,
it's wild, dude. Yeah, I woke up one night. Cellmate of mine, crazy, jumping up and down naked on his bed, talking about being Jesus. It was crazy. And I was like, this is not a fun time.
I'm not having fun. Nope. But now I'm up, I gotta read Dostoevsky.
It's not a fun time. You get bad. That's the dude, roommates. Talk about roommates.
Oh my god.
You know?
I don't want to, you're at a mic being like, oh yeah, you're a horrible roommate. Watching some girl do a joke about how she was getting her pants stolen every once in a while, remember? And you're in there like, yeah, I bunked with Jesus. What the fuck?
Man, he made the CEOs give him a Bible, and then that night he ripped it up and clogged the toilet.
That's probably still a better interpretation of the Bible than evangelicals have.
Oh my god, dude, that was wild. Yeah, man, that place is the party, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to go. I'm good.
Yeah, don't go to that place, dude. But you know,
the place is a party.
Yeah, avoid that.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm doing the best I can. I'm really trying to.
Yeah, you really got to mess up to go there, though. You know, like you gotta get like 4 DUIs to go there. That's 4 chances. You know what I'm saying?
That's 4 shots at it. 4 shots at sobering up.
Yeah. Like they give you chances, so
I'm still on 1. I still haven't had it.
Yeah, I
feel like you gotta give them 1 though.
Dude, they don't even send people to jail for things anymore.
True. It's going woke.
It's so wild. Yeah, so you can just do anything. I was like, if I just committed crimes, like 10 years later, I'll be fine. You know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, in 10 years, all you gotta do is be sober 4 years, own a sober house, become an incredibly better person. Dude, start doing comedy, and you'll be fine.
Dude, when I was a child, like not a child, but when I was a kid, like 19, I got arrested for being blacked out on Xanax and stealing from Walmart.
Yeah.
That would never happen today, dude. These kids would walk out with $900 of shit. And like everyone's like, yeah, that's cool to do now.
You should have your record expunged.
Yeah. I was like, I should. You were just like, yo, this shit's cool now. Yeah. This shit's trendy.
They're encouraging it on TikTok.
Yeah. Like these people are becoming popular.
There's stores that don't even have cashiers. It's just an honor system in Fishtown. It's nuts.
Yeah, this is bullcrap. Yeah, jealous.
Yeah, honestly.
Jealous is what I am.
You literally have a stake to be like kids these days. You're one of the only people I've ever met who has a legit.
You don't know how good you got it. All right? Back in the day, you would get arrested for stealing.
You have to go upstate for that.
Yeah.
Fucking. You're walking out with a flat screen, going to school the next day. Fuck you.
These youngsters don't know how good they get it.
You should be a teacher to be like, hey, I don't take this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Back in my day, I'd go to jail for
You're
stealing.
doing your worksheets. You understand?
Yeah, I'm gonna become a teacher.
Exactly.
I've seen. I was just talking. I was talking to Jake about. I have friends that became therapists. I've seen the the top-notch people we got becoming therapists. I'm like, I'm good, you know? I've seen the top-notch people that are teaching our children. They don't know anything more than
I do.
I've seen these people teaching our children. I'm like, I don't know
about that.
Yeah.
My therapist, she doesn't ask me questions. She just goes, and why do you think that? That's what she says. I talk by myself the entire therapy session, full hour. And she'd be like, it sounds like you have a good grasp on that problem. I'm like, are you going to give me any advice? And she's like, you don't pay me enough for that. You're on the lowest tier.
Dude, if I had a better record and a piece of paper, I could crush being a therapist.
For sure.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Easy.
What are you thinking about these days, you know?
Yeah, and everyone goes, I didn't even consider that.
You consider your dad's a fag?
Yeah. Like, I don't think you're allowed to say that, but you know what? I agree.
Yeah. You're like, dude, I never thought about that angle before. He's like, I am a genius. I know.
I am a genius.
Yeah. I could crush being a therapist, dude.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. Huh.
Well, I think we did 2 hours.
Where are we at here? Yeah, dude. Yeah, we could wrap.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, we're at an hour and 55 minutes.
Damn, dude. Can't be stopped.
Dude, it's wild the fluctuation in time I have in these, dude. It's like there's zero structure.
Zero consistency.
Yeah, the one I put out today or tomorrow is 1 hour long.
Yeah.
The one that's coming out that's 2.5.
Who knows?
Whatever you.
That's kind of nice though. It's fly by the seat. That means you're having fun doing it. You're not worried about hitting a time limit every time.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't let it rip, dude.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, dude. So thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, dude.
About, dude? You were crushing shows and stuff lately. You got any shows coming up? Any stuff you want?
Not a ton. We have the 700 show at the end of the month, every last Friday. So that's the 28th this month. So please come out to that. Comics come out. Come stop by if you got the chance. It'll be fun. But yeah, that's the only thing. We're cooking.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome. How about you, dude? Plug some shit.
You gotta watch this show.
You made it. Congratulations. You guys are unbelievable.
Make sure you watch this show, and so on.
Exactly.
That's really all I'm trying to profiteer from these days.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
You're making something. That's huge.
Yeah, just gotta create the content. I go on. You come watch me joke around sometime.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
You'll start catching momentum. Gonna be good.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna take the world by fire.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, we're gonna shit on people.
Only one way is to manifest it. That's one thing that those goth bitches are correct about, is you gotta manifest.
Dude, what people don't realize is that very soon me and you will be standing on the center of Wells Fargo.
In the center of Wells Fargo.
Plebes.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Jeered at.
Yeah. They will be cheering us.
Yes.
They'll hate us and cheer for us at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll go, it all came back to February 9th, 2025.
Yeah, I'll put up a banner at the top, February 9th.
Yeah, the first one.
And then we'll do this.
Yeah, that's exactly right, people. And just not have material. just bands teams fighting each other. That's all it's gonna be.
I'll be like, this side fight this side.
This side said brand new's gay.
You better not let us sell Wells Fargo. It's a massacre, dude.
Yeah.
The population's dropping.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna clean up the streets that night.
That's exactly right.
All right, dude.
All right, dude.
Thanks for coming, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, dude.
This is incredible.
Excellent,
Go
dude.
Birds.
Go Birds, dude.
Ooh, sticky. Sticky, blicky, blicky.